Hello, welcome back to our Vagrants and Vagabonds offshoot homebrew that I do called Eclipse Night Eternal.
Don't worry, Bianca didn't bump it.
I hit it really hard earlier.
You.
Sorry.
I'm doing my...
It was all good before I started the stream.
I'm sorry.
How are we now? Sorry, we're trying to fix the camera. Are we good?
It's...
It's as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, it doesn't want to turn much.
That's
Perfect.
That's
There we go.
perfect.
All right, so we're doing this about every 2 weeks now, unless something kind of comes up where we can't do so. But so 2 weeks ago, you guys did some questing. What did we do? I almost
Fuck shit up.
I got 11 bundles of herbs.
yeah. They did some gathering, some hunting and gathering. They were able to make a little money off of that. You guys did some questing.
We got a new quest where we're supposed to be going underwater.
Is it like
Yeah.
the Laura Port or something?
And we're supposed to go see the hidden one to get the fancy mirrors on.
No, the hidden one.
I changed that
Oh, yeah,
retcon
yeah.
because I wrote down the wrong name. Sorry about that.
Check
Oak
waters
was
for
inside.
tremors.
Yep.
Who's paying for this mariner's armor? That's my question. Even though I know I can't wear it, so I did something when I leveled to be able to do what we need to do.
Nice.
I guess that maybe the Laura household will be paying for it.
Good.
Seeing as though we are representing them in
Yeah.
these endeavors.
So you guys took a rest, and then you were gonna go check it out in the morning, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think we have to pick up the globe too, or is it already done?
you actually helped him, and you guys were able to finish it that night, I believe.
What?
The drift globe.
You were
drift
assisting
globe.
him in repairing the drift globe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
because it was cracked.
Mm-hmm.
Who did I give it to?
Fenton Zenrick.
That's right.
So you guys, after you helped him with that, I believe you already paid him the cost. He kind of gave you a deal on it just because you were going to be helping him out with it.
Yeah.
So you do have a drift globe now.
Okay.
And you headed back to the tavern, which you guys were able to acquire 2 free rooms for as long as you need them in the Cowering Cockatrice.
Yep.
And
I think
I know that it's the 3 of you staying in a room, and then Play and Lilith are in the other one
With Garrett.
with Garrett. So you guys do what you need to do. I think you were able to make a health potion
I think so.
in the time you spent. Yep.
Yes.
And you guys take a long rest without any issues, and you awake in the morning.
So, before we go to bed, what brings you both to Delora?
Having such skills of archaeology,
You
laughing? Seeing as though I've been around for a while.
Here in
And-
Delora?
No, just in the world itself, in different tombs. And
Me too.
Percy has been helping me for
I've
good-
been everywhere, man.
a good portion of my journey. I guess our names have gotten to ears of people who matter, so we were called upon to come and assist. So can't turn down a chance to see something new.
What about you, Percy?
Same.
Just saying.
Ditto. Yeah.
You just tag along. How long have you guys known each other?
For about 20 years.
20 years.
He's auditing your backstories right now.
Interesting. All right. I was just curious because I've seen cat folk like you. I think we have like a few that are members of the Citadel, but I was just
We
curious.
prefer feline.
Feline. I'm sorry. I don't know the correct, politically correct term that you guys use, but
Oh, just kidding.
okay. All right. Well, you guys have a good night.
You too.
I'll roll over and go to bed.
All right, what are Play and Lilith talking about before you guys head to bed?
I'm just calming, tending to Garrett.
Give me an animal handling check.
On my phone. 22.
He's starting to really take a liking to you, and you're feeling as if he's starting to understand basic commands that you are giving him. So instead of just like following you because he's kind of viewing you as a parent now, he's starting to kind of understand a little bit more when you tell him to do specific things.
Like play dead.
No, he will not play dead. He will play alive as long as
Would you like to say anything to him, Lily?
No, I'm really tired from all of the gathering and
All the
hunting.
gathering.
All the hunting gathering.
So I'm just like, fuck off, and I go to sleep.
Oh, you say fuck off.
Would
No,
you
not
say
like
that
fuck off, but I'm just like,
Would you say that she feels hungover right now from all the gathering? Just
yeah.
all of that.
So I'm pretty sleepy, so I don't say much.
Do you say anything to her?
No.
Okay. So you
She's
guys
a
just
quiet
keep
room.
to your
Standard
sides of the
roommates.
room. Alright, so you guys take a long rest, and you awake in the quote-unquote morning, but as you all know, it is just always dark.
When I wake up in the morning, I gather my things up, and then I go, oh, the drift globe. Do any of you guys want to carry this?
What is it?
It's a drift globe.
Is it fixed?
Yeah. And then I'll say the command word, and it lights up. And then throw it, like kind of toss it in the air, and it starts to float.
That's very enticing.
Don't you have the bag of holding?
Yeah, I mean, but we could just have it on all the time.
That's fine.
If one of you wants to control it.
I'm good.
Can you guys see in the dark? You can see in the dark.
Mhm.
Cat people can see in the dark.
Feline.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
think you all have
Feline.
dark
Yeah,
vision.
we have dark vision.
Feline folk.
I say hold on to it for now. Just hold on to it inside of your bag. It may become very useful underwater. Seeing as though the creatures we found.
So we're actually going to do this. We're going to try to go underwater.
I don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in watery situations before, but not necessarily the best.
I don't feel too comfortable with it. I'll tell you that.
I don't either, but it seems to be the next possible way to figure out what's going on.
I did, in my vision, I did see the ocean floor cracking open. So
Unless you can find a way to like part the water.
I'm not that powerful. I wish I was, but I'm not.
Neither am I. I doubt I can do anything
I'm
that
getting
great.
there. But I did learn something new. I was going through my spell book last night before going to sleep, and I was able to learn a spell that'll help with us going underwater. Fortunately, I can't help you guys, but
Gotcha. What did you learn?
it's an ability to alter my looks and my general features about me.
So,
I'll be able to breathe and swim underwater.
does it grant you like gills?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would. I don't know why not. But,
Hopefully it doesn't put gills in any weird places.
well, usually it just forms around the back of my ears. I think there was a play about this sort of spell. Kevin Costner. It was a movie. It was like it was a play about a world of water, and people rode these like magical dolphins.
Paper.
No,
Paper.
I have heard something. It got really bad reviews.
I thought it was okay for what it was worth. I mean, Kevin Costner, he was a good thespian. I will say that. He's been in some good plays, but
But it wasn't the highlight of his career.
probably not. I don't think the public do well to it.
Okay. I have to hopefully catch up in some of his future plays.
But we'll see where the gills form. In the play, they were, I think, behind his ears. So hopefully
I've heard of people having gills like on their torso and stuff.
that's
So
just weird.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Maybe right
We
here.
should go get our friends now.
Are you okay, Percy? Okay.
So,
Good.
I'm gonna look you up. So, are you comfortable going underwater?
Not at
So,
all.
we could really use you under the water, but I know you have the option to stay on shore.
I'm gonna do it, but I'm not gonna enjoy it. I ain't no bitch.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll go wake up the others.
Be careful of Garrett. He might be an angry waker upper.
Like her upper.
We'll see. And then I'm
He needs
gonna
his coffee.
open up the door and walk down the hall and then go to their room.
Yes.
I'm just checking if you guys are awake. We're going downstairs to get some breakfast, and I guess we're gonna head out to the water. I guess.
I know.
Might as well get up. Garrett's been snoring all fucking night, so didn't get any sleep.
I haven't noticed. I slept nicely.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and order you guys some food, and we'll be downstairs.
Alright, just gotta put on my knickers.
As you look over, you see that he's completely nude.
From the waist down.
He's porky pigging it.
Can I do an insight check? Because I'm really curious
I'm
about
not lying.
the ability of the drift globe. Because we know that torches seem to have an effect on these creatures.
Give me an Arcana check.
20.
20? You feel as if, you know, the light that emanates from these things, from what you've heard, would have the same effect as a torch. So, I mean, until you try it, you're not for sure.
Right.
But from what you've taken so far, give me an insight check too. 15. You feel as if, you know, the fire aspect of a torch wasn't really what was affecting these things. It was more of just the light itself. So,
I'm gonna go downstairs, approach the barmaid.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Could we get 5 breakfast meals, please?
Yes. What would you like?
Just the standard fare, whatever you have.
Would you like duck eggs and boar bacon?
If that's standard fare, that sounds great. Yeah, 5 orders of it, please.
5 orders of
Both.
duck eggs and boar bacon.
Yes.
All right.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Give me about 20 minutes.
Sure. How much will it be?
That will be for how many? 5?
5.
5 times 4, 20 copper pieces. So
Cool.
2
I
silver.
I'll hand her 2 silver
Thank you.
and a copper piece.
Oh,
for-
thank
as
you.
a
Is
tip.
this my tip?
Yes. Thank you.
Well, please just sit yourselves and be patient. We will bring it out to you shortly.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
And I'll go sit down and wait for everybody to get down.
and then you see as this woman, who you assumed was a barmaid, actually just walks out the front door.
Are you serious?
Just kidding. She goes with that.
You take your money.
That fucking bitch. If I was
Are
Howard
you
Phillips, I would
serious?
pursue her and murder her.
We have a new side quest. Right now, I'll go.
Find the fake barmaid and get my 2 silver back.
1 copper piece. All right. So you guys get yourselves together. You join the party, and about 20 minutes later, the barmaid kind of comes out with the food, sets it on the table.
Thank you.
Bring ketchup.
Oh, would you like ketchup?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have any.
Then why did you say that?
I'm just kidding.
Do you
I'll
have
be
Heinz
back.
57?
Yes. We have loads. Because it's delicious.
I'll take that.
Hot sauce?
Um,
Hot sauce?
what is that?
Pepper sauce?
No. Please eat your basic
Yeah,
meals.
take-
Fish oil?
Fish oil.
Are you trying to get stanky up in here?
We have truffle oil,
I need
if you would like that. You want truffle oil?
Not too much. It could be a little overbearing.
All right, you guys get whatever you want. Meal.
I'll scarf down my meal quickly.
Yeah.
How'd you guys sleep? Sorry that Garrett snored all night.
I slept good.
I'm not sleeping in there again.
Well, you can trade with me if you want, and you can sleep with the feline folk I learned that last night.
They
And
might be more my type.
sure, okay. You don't mind if I bunk with you then tonight?
No, that's fine.
Excellent. All right, cool.
Garrett's a good cuddler for the people.
Are you offended by Lilith?
No.
You see all these scratch marks all over his back.
He's into that.
All right. So what do you guys want to do? Finish up your breakfast?
Yep.
I just eat the bacon. I don't really care for the eggs.
Wasteful.
I prepared
I'm
some.
gonna give them
wait,
to Garrett.
Oh no. I guess prepared is a correct word. I prepared some spells today that might help us.
What'd you prepare? I learned a few things, new things, in my spell book, and I'll open it up and I'll show you the alter self spell. Can you cast alter self?
Me?
Yeah. Oh, then you can't understand it at all. So I show it to you.
Well, and like the spell, like how my spells are, they're kind of just like innate in me, and kinda,
Yeah.
So I'm like, you write yours down.
Yeah, this is my spell book. It's pretty handy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I wrote this down. You probably can't read it, can you?
I don't understand.
Sorry.
So,
I didn't mean to offend you.
so
Oh no, it's fine.
can you cast anything not from the book?
Well, I memorize spells out of the book every day, and keep it right up in here in my noggin. And sometimes I do need my spell book when I'm casting stuff as a ritual, if I can cast it as a ritual. So, but yeah, most of my spells just come straight from the spell book. Yeah.
And today I prepared create and destroy water. I'm not sure if that will come in handy, but might as well. And also enhance ability.
That'll be
I don't know
useful.
why I got like a
Yeah, like,
British
what
accent.
happened?
All right.
In case it comes up.
So where would you guys like to go?
Start heading towards the work.
We need to get the armor for you guys.
Yeah, Oakland's Insight. Gotta go there first.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head to Ugma's Insight?
Yep.
All right. Ding.
Hello?
Hello?
Who is it?
We are the adventurers sent by what is his name?
Fillmore Hologard.
Yes.
Oh, yes, you're here for the armor. I've prepared the enchantments. You just need to let me know what type of armor you need, and I would be happy to put them on it for you.
She could probably enchant your armor
Really?
that you're wearing. That might be easier.
Does she have any studded leather armor that I could buy from her?
Well,
Or no?
if you need some new armor, I'd probably, if you just need basic studded leather, you probably want to go to, the Burnished Bear. But if you're looking for anything magical, I could help you out with that. So,
Spanish man with the what else are?
Lufir Aloran and Shayna Aloran. So, are you ready? What type of armor do you need me to put this on?
I have some light armor on. If you don't mind just enchanting.
Is it just leathers?
Just leather?
Hand it over.
Shift out of it.
Alright. You doff the armor. He says, give me a minute. He walks back and you hear some words being said. And
I'm going to roll an Arcana check to see if I can listen to the words he's saying. Maybe if I can kind of get a gist of how he's doing this.
Okay.
I don't expect to be able to learn what he's doing just from listening to him, but see if I can get some sort of idea about like item enchanting.
Okay. Just give me a Arcana check.
That's pretty good. 22.
You kind of get the idea of like what he's doing with it, but not being from the school of enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really get enough information to be able to attempt to do something like that by yourself.
Yeah.
You kind of figure that you would need a lot more training to be able to do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And about 10 minutes goes by, and he brings you back your armor, and now you have mariner's leather.
Nice. Is this a permanent enchantment?
It is.
I'll hand him or her, whatever it is, my leathers as well.
Alright, same thing, 10 minutes comes by, and now you have mariner's leather, which should be under, if you go to equipment, you should be able to get it. Lilith, I'm going to go ahead and add yours for you.
To my, I can do.
If you go to your equipment, just look up, type in mariners.
You need to do this. And
And same thing for play. You just have leather.
Yeah, I just have leather.
Okay. 10 minutes later, he comes back and you have mariner's leather.
Thank you.
Now you had magical studded leather already.
They only have Mariner studded leather listed.
Yeah.
No.
No, just right there, and then
Take off the.
What kind of armor are you wearing right now?
It's an apostrophe.
yeah, and
There
then
you go.
scroll
Then I'll
all.
scroll.
It should be the last one.
No, okay.
How did you guys find it?
Just do Mariner.
Okay. I'll take the S off.
Yeah, take that
Yeah.
off because it's apostrophe S.
I just have to
And then
check
you can
it
scroll and it should be all
on
about.
me.
Yep,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then just delete your leather armor that you had.
Now remember, this doesn't grant you guys the ability to breathe underwater. It just gives you a swimming speed.
And then he says, well, I know that you don't really wear armor. Is there anything that I would be able to do for you, sir?
No, I actually, I think I'm prepared for what we're going to encounter, so I should be okay.
All right.
I
Well,
appreciate it.
another thing that Fillmore added on top of this, I guess you guys are going to need a way to breathe as well. So he takes out a satchel and he hands it over to you and says, I think this might help you guys in your endeavors today.
I'm gonna grab it, take a look at it.
There's 6 potions in there, and he says, these will help you breathe underwater.
Oh, excellent. Potions of water breathing.
Well, 5 of them.
Yeah.
6.
I will divvy them out. You might need this.
So you each also have a potion of water breathing.
And then I'll...
It lets you
Hand
breathe
them out.
underwater for 1 hour.
Do you have to add that in there?
Yep.
I'll hold on to mine. I'm probably not going to need it, so just in case there's an emergency, I have an additional one on myself.
It could save you a spell slot.
It could, but then I wouldn't have a swimming speed.
Is there anything else you all need, or?
Is this magic items or is this just?
Yeah.
Would you happen to have? I've heard some people wearing these. It's a necklace that seem to help the wearer adapt to different breathing environments.
Oh, a necklace of adaptation.
I think that's what it's called.
Let me check the back. I'll let you know if I have any in stock currently. If not, I'll put it on my list and maybe I can create that for you.
It's like just carried water that you can drink.
It's uncommon, right?
I think it might be. Maybe. Let me check. What's green?
Yeah, it's uncommon. Unfortunately, I don't have that right now, but
But if you'd like,
Sure, if you can put on your list for things to look out for.
would you like to put a down payment on it, or
How much is it?
does it require a tune-in?
Don't think so. Yes, it does.
It does. Well, that would run you about 500 gold pieces.
Well, I'll be having to work up towards that.
Alrighty, well, let me know if that's something you want in the future.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Well, have a good day. I hope these items help you all out.
We
Thank
hope
you.
so too.
All right, and we'll head towards the docks.
Alright. So it takes you a little time. You walk through the courtyard outside of the keep. Still pretty crazy. People acting real funny.
Can I see how I want to try to observe like the situation going on here when we walk past the monolith? See if people are getting more crazy. If I notice a difference from them today.
Give me a perception check.
13.
13. Don't notice any difference really from the previous day. It
Okay.
doesn't seem like anything's getting better or worse.
Okay.
Alright, you guys continue into the port. Alright, you guys continue on.
We were told there were strange creatures around the docks themselves. Did you see any
There
of
were
them?
you were told there were sightings.
Okay.
I don't know where my notes are. Alright. So you get to the dock area. You see a bunch of buildings that are kind of lined on the docks. You can tell it's a lot of like shops. There's some crazies around here as well. Not as much as the as around the actual monolith in front of the keep, but you can tell people are very bothered by what's going on. Obviously, it's not business as usual. This is usually like a bustling like marketplace of like seafood sales, supplies for fishermen. Normally there were people coming in from ships, but one of the main things is because of these earthquakes. Give me perception checks for anybody who would be looking towards like the water itself.
15.
6.
15.
15.
14.
I didn't look.
Oh, okay. So, the three of you notice that it doesn't really catch you as much, but you guys notice that the water and the waves are very heavy.
Like rough seas.
Rough seas. You can tell that there's a reason that they've kind of stopped the transit of boats in the area because the waters are getting very uneasy. But as far as right now, you don't necessarily see any like crashed ships or anything, but you can tell that there's just kind of a no-go on any transit in and out of the port right now because the waters are too rough.
Are there any? I look around. See, are there any sea captains nearby?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Hey, that's 20.
You don't really see any captains. You see some basic fishermen that would have gone out on just standard rowboats to try to fish for their daily catches. You do notice that the dock master, he's not standing where he normally would at the end of the pier. He's just kind of hanging out at the edge of it, just making sure that nobody kind of goes into the waters with their boats and such. Any stupid people that might not take heed of the warnings they've given them.
Can I go talk to him?
Yep. I forget what I named him. This is Jerry. It was Jerry the Dockmaster.
I think
That's what
so.
it was.
Hello.
Hello.
Jerry Dockmaster. Hello, Jerry.
What
Nice
can I
to see you
do for
again.
you, sir?
So seeing as though we have some rough waters here.
Oh wait, he didn't have British. He had Boston. Yeah, what's up?
When was the last time we've had rough waters like this?
To tell you the truth, I ain't ever seen the waters like this before.
Never.
No. I mean, I'm sure you all have felt these quakes, and you guys would have noticed as you come into the docks that, you know, you've felt some earthquakes, like minor ones, like ground rumbling, nothing to really like throw you off your feet or anything or off balance, but you felt some like minor rumblings just every so often while you're walking. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but things are getting a little weird around here, not that they weren't already weird.
Yeah. Okay.
What sort of things have people reported seeing?
Supposedly some people have said that they've seen some some creatures swimming around the docks. There are some tales, I mean, of some of the areas around here, of some fish-like humanoid creatures. Haven't really seen anything like that myself, but you know, when fishermen come back at the end of the day, just like, you know, you stand at Sasquatch type stories, Loch Ness monsters. Well, the local one around here, something called the Sahagin. Ever since the earthquake started, you know, people are coming around saying that they've seen quite a bit of them. But, you know, stories have always said that, like any of those folklore stories, everybody likes to make everything out to be something bad. So when you hear Sahagin, you normally would think probably going to attack somebody. But with all the sightings that I've seen,
No attacks?
No attacks.
The sightings, it seems as though they're afraid of something.
Yeah, I mean, with the earthquakes, maybe something's getting disturbed. The sightings hadn't been very prevalent until this stuff started happening, so, I mean, if they are real, maybe they're just as bothered as all the people are.
I rolled a 21 on my history check. Do Sahagin normally act like this? Or are they normally like non-aggressive?
Your history check would show that Sahagin are not aggressive towards people. They're more like scavengers.
Okay.
So, you know them to defend themselves, defend their spots where they will. They kind of cluster up in groups, like they have like clans almost.
Yeah.
And
They're sort of tribal.
yeah, so they don't outwardly go out to try to kill things or attack things. It's more along the lines of, like, you know, if they need food or things to get by, like they'll kind of go and try to acquire them from people, but they're not outwardly like chaotically evil, just trying to kill everything that comes by them.
Are they territorial?
They can be.
Okay. Do we know where exactly we're supposed to be going out onto the water?
You were told to just check around the port, check the waters, especially around like the dock area. Just see if you can put an eye on some of these weird sightings that people have been seeing.
Okay.
If you can see what it is, try to figure out maybe why they're showing themselves, so on and so forth.
Well, we can get at it. I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
The next tremor that comes by, can I like touch the ground and sense like a direction or how far the tremor's coming from?
So you wait for about, let's see, about 8 minutes goes by, and you're on the ground, and you feel you're just putting your hand on there. Give me a survival check.
20.
I would say if you're looking at the dock, so the dock is southeast of the land of Delora.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking at the dock and you're looking southeast, you feel it, like the rumble almost came from the south of the dock.
So like if this is like down here.
Yes. It almost felt like the rumble kind of came up from there.
Okay.
In waves.
Just a thought. So we may come across a civilization on the water that may be affected by whatever is affecting the people on land. So I'm saying maybe we could be a little careful of the things we come across.
Always take caution in these times. It's pretty bad. And then I'm going to go ahead and, well, are we ready?
Yeah.
I think I have a sense of where it's coming from.
All right,
Get this over with.
let's do it. I'm gonna cast Alter Self on myself and take the aquatic adaptation. So
Hey.
I grow gills here, and it like kind of comes down from behind my ears, and it comes down like right here, and then you notice that my fingers become webbed, and then I like take off my boots, and then you notice my feet are webbed too.
That's
and then
wild.
yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm gonna dive in.
First time doing it.
Yeah, and dive in and test it out. I'm gonna swim around a little
I'm
bit.
gonna test the waters.
Yeah. And
Do you feel like Kevon Costner?
I'm sure he couldn't actually do this, but a little bit like Kevon Costner's character in the World of Water.
So do you dive in? Do you
Yeah.
just kind of walk in? All
Yeah.
right, you dive in. You swim around for about
How does the water feel?
very cold. Not cold enough where you feel as if it would be dangerous for anybody to be in it for long, but it's definitely pretty cold.
Okay.
You're in there for about 5 minutes. Give me a perception check.
12.
12?
Mm-hmm.
You swim around a little bit. You're kind of like really, what's the word I'm looking for? Intrigued by this new form you have.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're swimming around, you kind of notice something catch your eye coming from the direction that Play had kind of told you guys he had an idea of.
Okay. I'll swim up to the surface and go, you guys coming in? I might have spotted something.
I'm
Might
gonna
as well.
drink my potion.
Chug it down.
Alright? So track that you guys have an hour.
Okay.
1 hour.
And then I'll just check out my equipment.
Alright. So you guys enter the water. What are you trying to do when you enter the water?
I'm gonna. I'll turn on the drift globe, and then kind of point towards the direction I saw this whatever thing that I saw.
How far ahead can you move it?
I go.
Shouldn't think.
I assume we can't communicate underwater.
I have nothing to write. No. Alright. No. As it is.
So you put out the drift globe and you light it up.
Yep, and then
Alright.
I push it ahead of me, and then I start swimming.
All right.
Yep.
So you guys are swimming towards where you felt it.
I'll just
I would say after about 4 minutes of swimming, whoever is paying attention to what's around you instead of just following the leader, give me perception checks.
Perception.
15.
22.
All right. Did you roll? Okay. So Lilith and Yaz, you look out and
11, sorry.
11. You don't really. It doesn't catch you right off the bat. You two see what looks to be the shape of like a humanoid-esque figure just kind of swimming, and you can tell that they're looking at you. And when they notice that you're there, they just kind of stop and they look.
If I have gills, I imagine I can speak underwater, right?
Gills
Obviously
is more
be
about breathing.
Muffled.
Yeah, it would just be like, like, yeah, it would be muffled. So I would say if
Because I don't have to worry about not being, because I can now breathe underwater. But then I'm gonna look up the potion of water breathing. I mean, it doesn't say that they grow gills. so I don't know if they would be able to speak underwater. But
So you two notice this figure.
How close are we to each other?
I would say that you're about 30 feet from this figure.
No.
From each
each
other.
other.
From
We
each
should-
other?
we should
You
be
guys are
pretty
swimming
close.
in a group.
I'm gonna wave to it, and I'm gonna.
I'm just gonna kind of be cautious and just kind of.
You see the creature has kind of what looks to be some sort of like trident, like staff in their hand, and they look at you, and they say, and then they start to swim over this way. So if you guys, they're here, you're looking at them like that, and then they start to swim this way after they kind of beckoned you to follow them.
I'm going to try to tap Percival so that I have his attention, and so to follow down the line so that we can get everybody's attention. So to say that they see something over there.
and then
And you see a fish-like humanoid creature
mm-hmm.
kind of slowly turning around to make sure that everybody is watching them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're swimming downwards, and it looks to be some sort of cave-like entrance. Well, give me perception checks, anybody who's looking at them.
I'm doing an insight check on this dude to see if he's like, if he's being like non-aggressive in beckoning us.
23.
For perception.
10.
So you notice that they're swimming towards what looks to be some sort of cave entrance towards the bottom of that area.
A 16 on insight.
16. They don't seem aggressive whatsoever.
Okay, I'll sort of nod and then change my direction and swim that direction.
All right,
Same.
follow.
Yep.
All right. So you see them kind of enter into this underwater cave type entrance, and then they kind of peek out before they go in, and they beckon to follow.
Following, yeah.
All right.
Keeping the drift globe in front of me, just sort of.
So you guys
lighting our
swim
way.
under, and then it's kind of like an upward area, and you actually notice that it's a cave that kind of cuts the water off, and it seems to be some sort of entryway.
Like pocket
Yes.
of air.
So we can breathe.
So
It's cold.
do you guys enter in?
Yeah.
So you enter in, and you
I
actually
let the drift
see
globe like, and it comes out.
you see 3 of them standing there, and one of them steps forward, and they set their staff down, and then they kind of put their hands up like, and then they start to cast a spell.
Do I notice what spell they're casting?
Give me an Arcana check.
17.
17. Unfortunately, you don't speak the language, so you can't really tell by the components.
Well, there's no. So it would be like an arcane incantation, right?
So basically, do you? Let me see here.
You might be able to tell the school, but not the spell itself.
I would say that you don't. The only thing you can tell is that this does not appear to be the incantation for something of a harmful spell with that
Okay.
high of a roll.
Okay.
So you hear some words come out that you guys don't understand, and then all of a sudden, after a few seconds, you hear them start to address you, and at first it comes out as almost like this weird speech that you don't recognize, and then as they're speaking, a louder voice starts to overtake what they're saying, and it starts to speak in common, almost like it's translating itself. And you hear, "Greetings. The waters around Delora are suffering from a dark magic. The creatures of the sea are being affected by a large stone that fell from the sky. We must seal this dark magic, but our numbers have dwindled as we have been forced to defend ourselves from sea creatures we have always known as friends. I have summoned you to ask you if you would be willing
to attempt to protect us so we can try to seal the stone's magic from continuing to plague our sea.
What?
So, I believe we can help you, but we have some questions first. One, we were sent down here to pretty much investigate the tremors, which I'm guessing has come from the stone that is in the water.
From what we have seen, I believe this to be true.
Secondly, we
Well,
were told...
let me rephrase that.
Are these Sahagin?
That's what I was about
Yes.
to ask.
Okay.
About to ask that.
Do you ask if they're...
Well, I was going to ask if we've heard rumors of Sahagin. Are you...
We are. Normally we keep to ourselves, but with what's going on, we figured that we should try to reach out and see if we can find something to help us with this. Our current powers have not been able to do it. We can seal it, but it seems as if some of these creatures are protecting the stone. Now, when you asked if the stone is what is causing these quakes, in a larger scale, I believe they've triggered this, but I don't believe the stone is what's causing the quakes. I believe it is awakening something else.
How long have your people lived under the water?
For longer than myself, for as long as I can know that the Sahagin have been around, we've had a place in the seas.
Do you have any past information that I can look over just to glance at your history to see if anything might be able to help understand what might be here underwater?
We don't keep historical records of any means.
Not pictures.
I believe I can interject here for you.
Give me a history check.
14.
So you know the Sahagin to be a very like tribal type of group. You wouldn't assume that they would have anything like paper records or anything.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like even pictures on the walls might be.
Currently in this cave, there's no like
museums
hieroglyphics or anything like that.
If we find a library back in Delora, you may be able to look up whatever information you need. I'm fairly good at doing research on stuff. So, you mentioned sealing this aura of the monolith away with some sort of magic. Do you have the ability to do this?
We do, my sisters and I. I don't think it's going to be a permanent fix, but I think it might slow down whatever it is that these stones are doing to the creatures around here.
What spell is this?
Just a standard sealing spell. We're going to put our powers together and see if we can just contain the magic from flowing out to other creatures.
Would you be able to provide like a spell scroll copy of this spell for me?
Unfortunately, this is innate ability of our breed.
Okay. Thank you.
I have 2 more questions for you. One is, if we're going to go and help you, what species that you say were once friendly to you can we expect to face out there?
Some of the things that we have had attack us as of recent are a group of sharks.
Do they seem to be regular sharks? Do they have maybe like some weird growths on them at all?
I have noticed they are changing. Normally these things would live amongst our group, but as of recent they have started to attack us when we have gotten anywhere near the stone.
How far is the stone?
It's about 20 minutes from us, right down the seaway here. We can lead you to it, and if you can cover us while we try to seal it, we cannot be disturbed while this process begins.
And the second question is, with our helping you, would you be up for eventually meeting some of the leaders of the people above water to maybe form some type of alliance to deal with this threat?
We have no place on the land. I can tell you that if you're able to assist us, if it happens to calm down the waters, my people will leave you all, as well as any other fishermen, alone, so that their seaway transit of boats will not be disturbed. We're just trying to get things a little more normal down here, I'm sure as you all are up there.
Though I respect you guys, keeping your place down here and us helping you, but I believe, and my halfling friend might be able to. You're halfling, right?
No.
No, my gnome friend over there might be able to back me up on this, but your worlds are connected. You live underwater, and we live on land, but we're all connected somehow. This event isn't just localized to you, and it isn't just localized to them, and it's all connected. And I believe that if we could, in fact, just form some sort of alliance between you and the people of Delora, that you both could benefit from each other's help.
I understand what you're saying, but you have seen what we look like. There are other races that are not of the sea that still have prejudice against them. No, it must be nice being of one of more of the normal-looking races.
What if we were able to convince them? I mean, I'm sure they would understand.
No place amongst royalty by any means. We have no ill will towards anybody. We have our homes here, they have theirs there. We were hoping to find somebody to help us out here, and we can help you as much as we can in the future, but as far as making deals with the land,
I think that's a decision you're going to regret.
We've been here many years, and things have been as they are.
So have the people on land, and I think these events are a telling time of we don't have long if we all don't band together and do something about this. But I'm not saying I don't think we're not going to help you. We plan to, but just ponder on it.
I will. I assume that you all have something helping you breathe underwater. I would suggest that we don't dilly-dally.
I want to ask really quickly, since we're going to be protecting you from these sharks and other creatures, is there any form of attack that you've noticed against them, since we're underwater, that proves more efficient than others?
I can tell you that our standard attacks have not done so well against them. Even some of our spells, they work a little bit better than the standard attacks, but it seems as if something is protecting them. So, if you would all follow me, I will show you where we need to go.
Let's go.
Sounds good.
Alright. So you guys swim down with them and follow them?
Move, chair, move.
Try to pull.
Before we go though, remember that some of your weapons you guys may use may not work that well underwater.
Yeah.
Um,
I assume like ranged weapons aren't any good, more like melee weapons.
Yeah.
You need piercing weapons.
Yeah, okay. I'll use my rapier.
Alright.
Battle map. Battle map. Alright, so they're not there yet.
Yeah, Justin, try to get this to be like episode 1. What was it, episode 2?
So where are...
With the Gungans. Episode 1.
Who else do I need? Yours
Justin's.
doesn't... Alright.
Is your owl with you?
No,
It's turned into an octopus.
I don't have time to do that, unfortunately.
I was like, is there?
Alright, so who's up
underwater,
front?
familiar?
I'll be up for it.
Percy, where are you? In the back?
Sure.
Who else is up front?
I'll be towards the back.
Yeah, I'd be near place.
Alright. So,
I'm little.
so she looks at you all, and then she motions to follow, and then they swim up to the monolith. So you see the little, those are obviously little patches of like seaweed and stuff like that, which you can kind of get that they would be some form of cover if need be. Where would you all like to swim to?
I would like to say, if we're gonna cover them, it's best to cover them in groups.
Could have
Nice.
like 2 on one side, 3 on the other. Where they have the 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
If 2 of us go to one, to the seaweed east of us, and the 3 other, the group of 3 would go to the seaweed southeast of us. Then we have a good chance of covering in. No.
Alright, so who wants to go where?
So I guess I'll be between the seaweed that's between the orange and purple.
So like here?
No,
Orange and purple.
the seaweed area.
Here?
Yep.
Lilith, where do you want to go?
Like by the orange, like on the other side, yeah.
Like here?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go, Alwyn?
Put me behind the black over there. Next to that one, yeah.
Percy.
I'll go near the purple.
Right here?
Yeah, that's fine.
And play.
How long?
I'll be in the seaweed by our wizard friend. Because I'm almost useless down here.
How long have we total has it been?
I will
since
say
we drank potions, casted spell.
30 minutes.
Okay, so we have 30 minutes left.
Before we all drown.
And so you have to hold your breath and hope to get back to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
We
have
can
my
go-
rapier out.
If we can go like farm XP to like level 4, I could wild shape in.
Farm XP.
I can wild shape into a creature that can swim. That could be more helpful.
Alright. Alright, so you guys are there for about 3 minutes, and you hear some sort of muffled incantation coming from the 3 that are surrounding the stone. And all of a sudden, give me, what are your passives?
12.
13.
Passive perception.
12.
It's right there.
This one?
Yeah.
14.
14. You notice out of the corner of your eye two very large sea creatures starting to circle the area that you guys are in.
I'm gonna try to wave to.
I'm ready my dagger.
I have my rapier ready.
Okay.
Pretty much all I
Where is the drift globe currently?
It's next to me, and so I'm actually going to use the one charge to cast daylight from it.
Okay. How long does that last?
So it lasts an hour.
Okay.
And
So it illuminates pretty much the whole area around the monolith.
yeah, so 60 feet radius around the drift globe.
So it encompasses basically all of you currently.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to put it near the drift globe. We'll just say that this is...
I could just do... So you want to put it like in the center of the monolith?
Yeah. Do you have a bright colored one?
Swap the red. There we go.
And then, yeah, I'll place it like above the monolith right there.
Okay. Alright, so that was what you wanted to do. Lilith, what would you like to do?
So it's bright light 60 feet and then dim light another 60 feet.
So can we clearly see what those things are then?
Yeah, like what are those little ones supposed to look like?
Oh no, those are Sahagin.
Oh, those are people
Yeah,
up
the
there?
red one is the drift globe basically illuminating 60 feet around, and then the 3 that are around it are the Sahagin that are performing the ritual.
And then can we see the big creatures now?
Have they noticed us?
Hold on
Oh
one
yeah,
sec.
they definitely have now.
Yeah.
Especially with the light there.
Yeah.
Like,
So you see 2 creatures that appear to be shark-like creatures, kind of like they've spoken about.
Actually, once I see them, I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on me. That's concentration for up to an hour. And I'm gonna do Bear's Endurance. And I get advantage on Constitution saving throws, and I gain 2d6 temporary hit points.
Okay, so
Bonus.
since you guys currently have a swimming speed, your melee attacks are rolled as normal. If you didn't have a swimming speed, they would be done at disadvantage. Ranged attacks outside of your range automatically miss. If you fire a ranged attack at somebody, it's done at disadvantage underwater.
Unless the weapon is a crossbow, a net, or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin, including spear, trident, or dart.
So, okay. So if you have
I
a...
have a crossbow, so.
Yeah.
Oh, so like an actual bow. Would be
Yeah, a
disadvantage.
bow would be complete disadvantage.
What about spells?
Nothing about spells.
Spells are fine. It's just they have resistance if it's fire damage.
Okay.
I mean,
It's a good
We're
thing I
underwater.
didn't build towards fire. So.
That's glad my only cantrip is produce flame. So.
So I'm gonna let you all tell me one thing you want to do before I'm gonna ask you to roll initiative.
I already did my thing.
You did yours. What do you want to do?
I mean, we don't have that much time, so I need to just try to shoot it.
So you want to ready a shot when they start getting close?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to
I
do?
did the
Enhance
Enhance
ability.
Ability, and then I'm readying my dagger if anything gets close.
Okay.
I have nothing else.
I want to move the extra 5 feet to the purple one, so that way if the shark gets close, I can easily attack it with my rapier. Since I can't use
Like
my bow.
here?
Yeah, right there is good.
Okay.
Yep.
And what do you want to do, guys?
When number 1 gets close, I'm gonna curse it.
You're gonna curse it?
Yeah, it needs
You
to
can
get-
just say you can curse it now.
Okay.
You want to get there?
Yeah, because it needs to be within 30 feet.
Okay.
So.
All right, so when it gets within 30 feet, you're going to curse it. When it gets into your range, you want to shoot it. And then you said if one got up to you, you would
When it
stab
gets
it.
in my range.
I want to move, like, actually behind it. Sorry. So that way the shark really can't get it very well. Sorry.
Okay, so are you readying an attack?
My rapier. For if it gets close.
So your rapier. All right, so what I'm going to get you guys to do is let's go ahead and roll initiative, but you guys do have like held stuff. So you and Lilith have held, and you have a held,
Okay.
and you have a held.
Terrible.
All right, 20 to 25. 15 to 20. 10 to 15.
14.
15.
13.
Jesus. What did you get?
14.
So. Yes. 14. Percy.
13. Sorry.
And Play got 10.
Well,
We're above play.
I got 11.
We both are.
Oh, okay. What did you get, Justin?
11 as well, but I'll go after Bianca.
Okay, so Lilith.
That's not her name.
Sorry, Lilith.
Thank you.
Anduin.
Alwyn.
Anduin.
I am the dragon boss from. Isn't that the name of the dragon boss from Skyrim? Anduin?
And then Play.
Yeah.
And then what did Orion get? Or you don't have him?
He's not out.
Okay. Alright. So. Let's see.
What do these things look like?
Gotcha now.
Sharks, right?
Good curse.
Like weird looking sharks.
Looks like Bruce from Finding Nemo.
Okay. So I will say that when they were moving up, you cursed it. Does it just happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
It happens as a bonus action.
Okay. Lilith, make a shot against number 1.
What do these things look like?
They look like sharks.
Just sharks.
Very large sharks.
Nothing else about them, though.
they have freaking laser beams on their head.
They look very. Yeah, I mean, they don't. As they're moving up to you, I would assume, like, you would have to take some time to look at whatever detail of, like, what would be different about them.
Got it.
What'd you roll?
16 hit.
16. That'll hit. Roll damage.
You're swinging with your rapier.
Or you're shooting with a crossbow,
yeah.
so a D6 plus your modifier.
8.
8.
We would assume she shot it before it got within 5
Yeah.
feet of her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, she's down over that way anyway, so.
Okay. So you Hexblade's Curse. You're readying a rapier. Go ahead and attack.
5, so 23.
That'll hit.
And I have a friend in 5 feet, so I get my sneak die, right?
Now it's within 5 feet of the enemy, right?
Yeah, it's within 5 feet of the enemy.
So that purple
So
one.
that doesn't count. I mean, there's 5 feet between them.
No, it'd have to be right next to him.
6 piercing damage.
All right.
And then I want to. Can I? Is this the surprise round?
That
There's
was
no
your
surprise
ready
round.
action.
So you only get like.
Okay.
So, basically, they got first in initiative, so they were moving up to you guys. Number 1 had to dash to Yaz, but number 2 is going to try to attack you.
Great.
And luckily you have all of your hit points, because if not, it would mess you up.
I'm going down.
12.
Hit! I'm sorry, miss.
Wow.
I meant to say doesn't hit.
All right, it tries to bite you, but it misses.
Fuck my belt, yeah.
Yes.
Pull out the longsword to try to hit it.
Excuse me.
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Cheeses are so good.
I love them.
8 points of
They're the
damage.
best.
Boom!
Oh, 10 points of
Yeah.
damage.
10?
They're
On number 1?
Yep.
They're crunchier.
All right.
More than that.
Okay.
I'm good, thank you.
All right, Percy, your turn again.
Guess I'm gonna shoot it. I mean, sorry, not shoot it.
Stab it.
Stabby stab. That's 11.
Just missed.
I'm gonna bonus action disengage and move.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna move here, so then it can move up, and I can use my whatchamacallit.
Okay.
That's it. I'm done.
Lilith.
I want my sneak die.
I'm gonna shoot it again.
But then it might.
That was not a good move, Al.
No? Can I undo it then?
No, you already did it.
17.
That'll hit.
Fuck.
You gotta protect the Saga.
12.
I figured if I use my
12
sneak die,
damage?
it would be better.
Damn, girl.
Guess not.
Yeah. Kill that.
That was on number 1.
Yeah. Well, the same one that I did last time.
Alright, it's looking bad.
Number 1 is?
Yep.
Finish it.
Really? Alright.
They've been
Well,
hitting
I
the
did
shit
a
out
lot,
of it.
yeah.
She hit it, then Lawrence hit it, and then she just hit it again.
For 12.
Alright. You want to stay there?
Yeah.
Okay. Alan.
Frostbite.
Which one?
Number 1.
Okay.
Actually,
I'll say to get a view on it, the monolith is pretty tall.
I'm
probably have
gonna
to
do
move.
number 2.
So you want to move
Yeah,
to...
I'm gonna swim over here.
Okay.
So like up above him, then down. It's 10, 15,
One more, I'll say. You
20,
can see it there.
25, 30, right here.
Okay. And then...
I'm actually gonna do it on number 2.
Okay. So con save.
Yep, con save.
10.
It fails, so it's going to take 4 cold damage.
Alright. And then disadvantage on its attack.
Yep, on its weapon attack.
Okay.
Does it have any vulnerabilities to cold damage, or?
No.
Okay.
Alright. Play.
I'm small, so I'm gonna follow Alwyn and swim next to him. And then Eric's gonna come out, and when he like turns red, there's gonna be like steam coming off of him with all the water, so there's a bunch of bubbles, and I will attempt to produce flame.
Alright.
20.
That'll hit.
4. 5.
Five,
it
so
takes
half
2
that.
damage.
So it takes 2 fire damage.
Alrighty. That one's still looking alright. Number 1's looking kind of bad.
And then I'll hang out right there.
Alright.
Oh, come on.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is
Haven't
that?
used the huge minis in a while.
Had the dash. But you see an even larger shark come out from that area and swim up to that Sahagin right there.
Okay.
Well, great. Alright, top of the round.
Yeah, you did.
I figured it would still try to attack me since I attacked it, but
We'll see what happens.
It's a disadvantage. That's a nat 20 and a 17.
Wow.
So it's gonna hit.
What's it hitting?
It's gonna hit the priestess right there.
sorry guys. I'm sorry. I didn't.
You
It's
get
okay.
greedy. You're getting greedy.
I'm not getting greedy. I just wanted.
You
to do
are
more
getting
to help
greedy.
Them. Shut the fuck up.
I want my sneak die.
It's okay. They've got some good hit points.
Just stared at him right now.
I'm gonna take a shit on your car.
Go ahead. I'll let Jen be mad at you.
Alright. Alright, takes a bite out of her. Alright. You can tell she like reels back in pain, but she just kind of tries to get her bearings and tries to continue the sealing process. And then number one's gonna try to hit Yaz.
That one.
I'm controlling Yaz right now.
That's gonna be a 20 to hit him.
Yep.
"17 piercing damage as it bites into
Oh
him.
my god.
Is he still up? Yaz always gets messed up. Alright. Yaz's turn.
I guess he has his Yakwa?
Yep.
Whatever.
Well, his +1 longsword is what he had out.
Oh, okay. So he will swing with his longsword.
And this is his hex creature, so if you get a 19, it's a crit.
Okay. I did not. 16.
That'll hit.
And then, 8.
8. Alright, it's looking bad, but it's still up. Percy.
I want to try to stab it. Number 2. 17.
That'll hit. You just got bit.
You may or may have not got
15 piercing damage.
To number 2.
Sorry, no, that's more than that. 15, 16, 17, 18.
That hurts.
18 on number 2.
Yep.
Jeez.
And then
Alright, it's looking bad.
I guess I can't move it out of
Were you
there.
here when the other bigger shark came out?
Nope.
Okay. Alright. Lilith. One's looking real bad.
I'm gonna try to finish that one off.
Now, you did notice, just so you know, you're aware, that huge ass shark just came there too. So, just making you aware. Because you're kind of the nearest to it.
Yeah, but I still want to try to finish off.
That's fine.
15?
That'll hit. Can you do it?
6? Wait.
6.
Yeah.
Still up.
Fuck.
It's looking like it's on its last leg.
Oh my god.
Like one more point leg.
Maybe.
Would have had 7.
Alwyn.
The big guy that just came out. I'm gonna look towards him and aim my staff at it, and I'm gonna cast Frostbite at it.
Okay. 19 plus.
Passes.
Sorry, man.
And
Yeah,
then
that's a 24.
I will stay right there.
All right. Play.
Alright. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna break off and swim back next to the Sagaga.
Which one?
The green one.
The green one.
The one that's closer
Dark
to the
green.
big one.
Oh, is it? It looks black.
It's
Yeah,
the other
right
one's
there.
black.
And I'm gonna aim a thunder wave that way
Okay.
against the big shark. So I need a Constitution saving throw.
It's a good move.
It's cocked. It's a nat 1.
Damn.
It would have been a 20.
So it takes 8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet back.
Like this way?
Yeah. Yeah, because that'd be the direction I was trying to like.
Okay.
And I'll stay right there. Actually, if I have room, I'm gonna step in front.
He's actually back another 5 feet. Corey.
What?
The big thing, you moved him up 5 feet. He's
Yeah, it's
pushed-
his turn.
Oh, okay. Alright.
You've not taken any damage, right?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You are lucky. Maybe not so lucky. 17 hit.
Yeah.
You know what roll hit me?
Huh?
What was that hit me? The number?
It was like
It was like
Number
a 20
one.
something.
It was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I gotta roll about that.
16 piercing damage as it bites into you, which is actually really good for you, because that could have been really bad.
Okay.
All right. So, one and two. Number 2 is going to try to bite the Sahagin. That's going to hit.
somebody come push him so I can get back in the way.
Really low. 4. Alright, she's still looking alright, but he's going after her. And then one's going to try to get Yaz. Does a 16 hit.
I'll shield.
Okay. Alright. Yaz, your turn. You gonna kill this thing?
I'm going to attempt to.
Little help over here.
18 to hit.
That'll hit.
That was done. 8 points of damage.
How do you kill it?
I look at it in his eye and like,
Does anything happen with your hex target?
yep, I get back temporary. I get back health after it dies.
You can move it, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
It's just for the one target.
Okay.
All right. You want to stay there, or you want to move up to number 2, or?
I'm going to move 15 feet towards Lilith, so then I can at least get to either one.
All right. I'm gonna stay there.
Yep.
All right. Percy.
I'm gonna attempt to stab it. Number 2.
Okay.
That is 16.
That'll hit.
Okay. 19 piercing damage.
How do you kill it?
Is his mouth open?
Sure. It's going to bite that other Sahagin
I'm
again.
gonna shove my rapier right in there and it's gonna come out the top of its head.
All right, and then it floats down to the bottom. You want to stay there, or what do you want to do?
I'm gonna move back to block it. So like the 5 feet where I was originally. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Lilith. You see a big old shark right here.
Shoot that shark in the face.
Shoot it in the butt.
Shoot it in the butt.
18.
That'll hit.
5.
For 5.
Yay.
Okay. You all done? You want to move anywhere?
Yeah.
Alwyn.
Frostbite again at number 1.
8.
That fails. It's going to take
It's probably good.
2 points of frost damage, and it has disadvantage on its next weapon attack.
All right. Play.
I will cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
At 2nd level.
Nice.
Did you max it out?
Close enough. It put me back to max.
That's good.
And can I offhand anything? Like,
No.
No.
That has to be a part of like an attack action to offhand something.
Well, then I will stand there with my dagger in my hand and just kind of cure with myself, and I'm just
Being a little tank.
be trying.
Or no, it is a bonus action, I think, right?
No.
But do you,
Healing word is.
bonus.
no.
That's what I'm saying. Could I like hit it with my?
No, because to take a two-handed fighting, you have to use your action to attack to the other.
But you can still
can.
bonus action offhand, I think.
No, you can't.
But it's at
No, that's fine.
okay.
Yeah, two-weapon fighting is you have to take the attack action with your main hand to be able to use your second attack.
But that gives you
bonus.
that 2-weapon fighting allows you to add a bonus to it, where
No,
anybody
you're thinking of the feat or the fighting style. If you look up two-weapon fighting, you have to take
But
your
that's-
attack action too.
I'm gonna look up. I think there's something. In there.
Either way, I'm
Yeah.
gonna like have my dagger out, like and like cure myself and just brace to protect the Sagagan right there.
Sounds good. Alright. He's going to try to attack you again. Luckily, you went back to full health. And he
Oh,
gets disadvantage because of the frostbite. That's a nat 20 and then a unnatural 20.
Still hits.
I'm rolling fire, man.
Don't start with a 2.
22.
Not down.
Not down.
Alright, he just bites a huge chunk out of your abdomen. He's just
Yep. Still hanging on.
Alright.
Protecting this bitch I just met.
Are you bloodied now?
I have 2 hits.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Seeing what just happened, I'm gonna move around the Sahagi and try to Eldritch Blast.
Alright. Shoot that bitch.
Should hit, hopefully. 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 10 damage.
Alright.
God, how much packs do you have?
This is the one.
Alright, you staying there? Percy.
I'm gonna stay there and just have my rapier ready if another shark comes along.
Okay.
I'm not moving this time.
Lilith.
I made this mistake once.
And I'm gonna shoot number 1 again.
Okay.
Oh yeah. 18 plus 7.
That'll hit.
8.
8 damage. Hey, you're under 100 now. What?
What?
God damn.
Oh my god.
You bloodied yet?
No.
He just said he's under 100.
Yeah, you didn't hear me say that?
Yeah,
alright, Alan.
Be here for a while, but don't drown.
Frostbite again.
Alright. 24.
Stay there.
Alright, play.
I will attempt to cure wounds myself at first level. And stand there bracing for impact.
Are you at full health?
No!
Okay. Alright, he gets advantage. Because you are under full health. And he has blood frenzy.
But he also has. Oh no! Never mind.
Does a 23 hit?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Are you dead?
It's possible.
22 piercing damage.
Nope.
Oh my god.
I mean, he's down,
He
but
almost
I'm
died.
down. I'm not.
But you're not dead.
I'm not dead.
Oh,
It
nice.
needed to start with a 3 for me.
I didn't bill you.
Yeah. And I guess from that thing, since I'm dropped to 0, I slowly
Start
move-
floating
start
to the
move
top.
floating.
to the
to the top.
surface.
Yeah,
Okay.
isn't it 60 feet per turn?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Yes.
Yep, whenever you start your turn underwater with 0 hit points, the armor causes you to rise 60 feet towards the surface.
How far down are we?
I would say that you guys are probably pretty low at this point. You're probably down about 100 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
So in about 2 rounds, you'd be on the surface.
But you also still have the potion of water breathing on. It's beneficial to people who can't breathe, so that at least you're not also drowning.
Yeah, I'm not drowning.
But you're actually okay just because the potion's still active on you.
Yeah.
All right. That was yes.
I'm gonna move up to the big shark.
You're gonna walk up to it?
Move up to it.
I'm gonna skip to up to the.
Take a chance, see what happens. Gonna cast Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
To hit it.
What's that do?
How's that rice cake go?
Nat 20.
Oh, yes!
Blow it up.
So, Wrathful Smite is gonna need to make a whiz save. Come on, please fail.
11.
Yes! It will be frightened of me until the spell ends.
Okay.
So, hopefully, I don't know if I'm forced to
Do you
run.
deal damage too?
I do.
Oh, I was like, what was the net 20 for?
Yeah.
So,
You have to make 2 saves and take the loss.
I have to save from it, and then you have to save from it.
2, 8.
How many bags of pork rinds do you have open?
70 bags.
I asked him
I
that
know,
too, and he
one's
said it so he
not
doesn't
even
have to
empty.
open it on camera and it'd be really loud.
You're walking.
18 points of damage.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
5 of that is psychic. I don't think it's up there.
Doesn't matter.
So does frighten is frightened the condition that is trying to get away?
Mm-hmm.
Good. That's what I was hoping.
So its attacks against you are made at disadvantage.
It's trying to move away.
It can't move.
Closer.
It just can't move closer to you.
Or is fear the one that makes you run away?
Fear makes him run away or like turn undead. This one just means like if you were to back up, it couldn't move closer to you.
Okay.
You want to stay there?
It has complete disadvantage as long as he is within line of sight. So any of its attacks are a disadvantage. And it can't willingly move closer to you.
Right.
So there may be a movement here for you to
I was
be
gonna
at
try to,
advantage.
huh? I was gonna try to slide around it. Because I don't want to move away and then it attacks and then I go down and then all that.
There's probably a positioning that you need to put yourself into so it doesn't move closer to anything.
But I will slide towards that way, closer to where Plays was.
Yeah, I'm still there. That's been the start of my turn.
Alright,
The start of
alright.
floating,
More floor.
I'm closer to plays with self.
And I'll look at it
Alright.
and hopefully don't die.
Percy.
Could I get a feeling that there could be more sharks coming?
You can give me an insight check.
Would that be my turn?
No.
18.
You feel as if the danger of that side of things is probably not prevalent anymore.
Second question. Am I allowed to use my feeling agility underwater?
I don't see why not.
You guys just don't move.
Okay, so So I'm gonna use it to move. All
You're
the way over
basically, when
here.
you're swimming, you're replacing walking with swimming. So I would say you're still using agility to. I can move it for you.
I want to go here.
Yeah, he has the thing.
You're gonna hit your head on the fan.
We are
I
on
think that
camera.
would be fucking hilarious.
He says.
And I'm going to attempt to stab it.
Okay.
It was staring at that 18 and a 4.
That's a 9.
Nah, that'll miss, unfortunately. Y'all done?
Yeah.
All right. Lilith.
I'm gonna shoot that bitch in the face.
In his fucking shark ass.
23.
That'll hit. Shoot him in his shark dick.
12.
12. Alright, he is now looking bloody.
Hey!
Alright, y'all done?
Unless you want me to do it again.
Nah, you could action search. Remember?
Yeah,
Yeah, you want
let's
to
do
action
that.
surge and shoot it again?
I just do the same thing, right?
Yep. And then just check off your action surge box. on there.
23.
That'll hit.
Make sure you're checking off your darts too.
5.
5. Alright. Alright. Alwyn.
Frostbite.
17.
That's my turn.
Blade. Death save.
18!
Alright, one
And then you
pass.
float up
And I'm
60 feet.
60 feet higher.
Alright. Lucky for you, he probably would have kept trying to eat you. Alright, so he is going to turn.
So I guess you can move my mini.
So since he's afraid of Yaz, he's actually going to turn to Percy. And disadvantage because it's in. He's around.
I'm still in sight. But
I'm way up there.
it can use an action to make the list save again.
It's just going to try to bite Percy at disadvantage. 17.
Yep.
$20 piercing damage as it bites into you.
Okay.
Can I like preemptively hold a good beer in my mouth?
Oh,
God! Oh, back to 1 health. Oh,
like a
weird.
freaking poison capsule,
Yeah.
but a positive one. All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
The points at?
Try to stab it with my long sword.
Like, chomp your face.
You just got ate up.
Oh, if this was only a cursed one, that would be great.
It hits.
Huh?
It hits.
Yeah.
19 plus.
Yeah. 5 points of damage.
All right. Staying there.
Yep.
Percy.
I'm trying to stab it. Does 15 hit?
That'll hit.
13 piercing damage.
All right. All done. Do you want to?
I'm gonna bonus action disengage and move 5 feet, so I'm next to the.
You want to move
Whatever
any more than
thing.
5 feet, or?
Fuck dog.
No, I'll
Okay.
just stay right there
Stay
to
there.
be safe. Yeah.
All right. Lilith.
I'm gonna shoot that bitch again. 19.
That'll hit.
Yep. 8.
All right. Staying there.
Yeah.
Alan.
You know how I do.
You know what I do. That's 24.
You know what I do.
Nothing.
Play. Death save.
I guess I popped the surface because it was only 100 feet, so I'm at the surface now. A 10.
That's a pass.
Yes.
Alright, you got 2 passes.
I feel so much better now.
Alright, he's gonna try to bite you at disadvantage.
I'm just floating at the top. Crashing on the waves.
16.
Oh, yes.
Exactly what you needed.
Yeah, that was a 19 and a 7. 7. 17. That's 26 piercing damage.
I'm down.
So does the frighten end if you go down?
Pretty sure it probably does.
Can't be frightened of a dead body.
No. Zombies are kind of scary.
Alright. Yaz. Death save.
Perfect timing.
As you rise 60 feet.
Yep.
Fail.
Alright, 1 fail. Passy.
I'm gonna move up 5 feet and attempt to stab it.
Okay.
That one. Bonus action disengage.
And Yaz is technically not there anymore.
Actually, I would probably stay right there to try and protect that guy.
Okay.
Even though I'm gonna go down. It's fine.
Alright. Lilith. You see your friends. They are dropping like flies.
You're real close at getting killed outright.
18.
That'll hit.
Because I got hit by 22. If you hit by 22, you'll...
5.
Alright.
Oh, we gotta protect these guys.
Alwyn.
Me for them.
You know how I do.
10.
Hey!
4 points of cold damage, and he has disadvantage on his next weapon attack.
Alright.
That's very, very good timing.
I know.
Death save.
Still bobbing and weaving up at the top. 2.
Ooh, fail.
Better than 1.
Yeah, better than 1.
Alright. His turn. He's gonna look at Percy.
Going for some catnip.
That's cocked. Nat 1.
That is so clutch!
Alright.
Oh my god.
That was a 16 and a 1.
I have
So.
so much anxiety right now.
Alright. Yaz. Death save.
So close to another fail.
Oh no.
Alright. Percy.
Stab.
Alright.
Nat 20! Yes!
We're not shooting.
You don't
Oh
have
wait,
sneak
I
die.
don't.
No sneaky.
Sorry, I'm excited.
It would have been good if somebody was there.
15 piercing damage.
Still not bad.
I just want to let you know I felt like your hand on the tip of my
Alright. He's looking real bad.
Oh! All I saw was like...
Lilith.
Finish it off.
So, hold on. Just an idea. You do have that pistol. This could be your time. Like, I need to try this shit out and see if I can fuck it up with this.
Underwater, though.
Underwater.
Nah, whatever.
Just 10 hit.
10 will miss, unfortunately.
Well,
Alwyn.
You know how I do.
You look bloodied?
No one was near me.
How do you look bloodied?
They are matching.
Yeah, I'm not going
Virgin.
to do it then. Let's go ahead and do another frostbite. Bow.
9.
Hey! Okay.
For 3 points of cold damage,
Alright.
and he has disadvantage on his next weapon attack.
Play.
Save it.
19.
You
All
are
right,
stable. Roll your d4.
Oh yeah.
All right, Shark's turn.
4.
4 hours.
4 hours. I'm stable at 0.
That is a 21 to hit,
That's a hit.
but it's not a nat 20.
I think those dice are probably weighted.
So,
So if
just if it's 22 or higher, she dies outright.
You're lucky.
It's 21.
16 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
That was really low rolls.
All right.
All right, you're down. Yes.
I just rolled a 14.
All right.
Oh, he's still
You got one
alive.
save. Percy, death save.
And you float up 60 feet.
Yep. Float up 60 feet.
Pass.
All right.
11.
Lilith, you gonna kill this thing?
Yes, I hope so. 19.
That hits.
8.
How do you do it?
I'm gonna shoot it in its anus.
We love buttholes here on this
All right,
channel.
that
Yeah.
arrow goes right into
Right
its
in
anus,
its
and you see it go, oh. and then it floats upside down.
Fuck
All right.
yeah.
Now, you two.
Would you like
Do
say
you
You
want to
see-
continue initiative to see how death
Yes.
saves go?
So, Lilith, you see your friends, Alwyn. I'll
So
say you're closest to Percy.
Yeah, because technically, well, no, she did move. 'Cause she
I
made a
went up
death
60
save.
feet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to reach her in time, but I'm going to swim up and dash. So 60 feet to get to her.
Okay.
And
Or him.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. Play, you are stable.
Unstable.
At this time, you're going to see all 3 of the priestesses go. And this like aura starts to almost creep up this thing, kind of like icicles, and contain it. And then they're going to look over, and you're going to see them reach their hands out, and they're going to look at the 3 of you, and each one is going to heal each of you.
Fully?
No.
Not fully, jeez.
Just ask him. I don't know how
God,
powerful
you're
these guys
greedy.
Shut the fuck up, Justin.
Actually, the main one is only she's gonna look up and she's gonna start casting, and she's gonna cast Mass Healing Word and hit the 3 of you.
Ooh. That's pretty.
For 8 points.
Hey, 8's better than nothing.
I assume it's still choppy as shit.
All right. So once you guys come back to, she's going to motion for you to follow her back to the cave.
Oh, hell yeah. We're going to go back to the cave.
Okay, I will start swimming my little legs.
And as you're swimming, you see 2 more now.
I will preemptively cast Cure Wounds on myself. Actually, as I'm heading down, I will cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Put a berry in my mouth just in case.
Do you have a berry?
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
a new day.
You're only
It's a
for
new
24
day.
hours, right?
Yeah.
All right, on the way, when you guys are about to enter the cave, you notice something that catches your eye down near the cave. Give me a, would it cause you to want to look further?
Yeah. I mean,
So give me a perception check.
21.
You see what appears to be a shipwreck
Yeah.
down a little bit deeper by the cave.
Can I investigate it for treasure?
Well, you do see the rest of your party just kind of following into the cave.
No, I don't want to go by myself.
So you noticed it. All right. So you head into the cave.
But I want to take people with me.
You'll get a chance.
Oh.
All right.
You'll
So
be
you
able to
all,
tell us about it.
so you all enter the cave, and she says, you see her start casting the spell again, and then she starts kind of speaking her language, but then it kind of starts translating itself at like a higher volume, and she says, I want to thank you all for everything you did. I do not think that this would have been possible without you. I'm sorry that you all took so much damage.
Sorry you did. I mean, that was pretty darn close, if I do say so myself.
It was quite the battle, and you all fought very well. I want to give you all something for assisting me. And she walks over to a kind of, it looks like almost like a nest made up. And she kind of pushes some of the seaweed off of something, and she pulls it out, and she hands you a chest and says, it's not much, but I hope this will help you all out.
Excellent, thank you so much. And if you ever do get around to getting that spell, that incantation written down sometime in the near future, let me know. I or the Citadel may be interested in learning such a ability. It's great. You guys did a good job.
Thank you. And once again, thank you all for your help.
What's her name?
In
Fish
our
puss
language,
Mick Janet.
it would translate to
Come on,
Delilah.
Oscar? Oh, okay, Delilah. Ready?
Hey, there, Delilah.
I hate that song so much.
Just to let you know too, I am going to talk to the royalty at Delora Keep about what we saw here today. I just want to be completely honest with you. I think your people would be valuable allies to the people on the surface. And I know you're worried about their prejudices, but I'm going to pursue the path of a possible alliance. If they're interested, you may see me again. If not, then, good luck to the future.
Either way, I'm sure we will cross paths again.
I hope so.
I don't think this is over by any means.
Like I said before, I think we're all going to soon need to realize that we need to work together to fight whatever evil this is. So,
thank you all. Travel well.
Do you mind if we just take a short little rest here? If we need to?
We don't have water breathing.
Yes, you might lose your ability to get back to the surface.
That's true. Yeah.
I would say you guys probably have about 10 minutes left.
Okay, I'm going to grab the chest, put it in the bag of holding, and then let's book it.
Do you say anything
We only
about
got 10 minutes.
treasure chest?
I'm gonna tell everyone about the wreck.
Well, she tells you all about that.
Oh.
You give me an insight check.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Their breathing is about to end, but you do know that you might be able to last.
Check it out.
Sure. I mean, I'm curious.
Could be more.
I can meet you guys
down
up at the
there.
docks.
Okay.
Here, take my bag, and then I'll hand my bag to you.
I feel like that's a bad idea because if you find anything,
You're right.
value.
I'll take my bag.
But make sure if you come across anything dangerous, don't be brave.
I won't.
Make good choices.
Yeah, don't worry. And then I'm actually going to cast Alter Self on myself again. Actually, no, I'm going to use... No, I need to. I would need to, so I'll just go ahead and do it again. Or before it would be up, like 9 minutes out, I would cast it again on myself and then all that stuff. I'll see you guys up at the docks then.
I'm gonna, before we leave, I'm gonna cast Good Berry and hand you 10 berries.
Oh, wow. Thank you. And then I'll put them in my bag. And
Okay. So you swim down. Give me a perception check as you are swimming through the wreckage.
Okay. I'm using the
And I see we can't wait for
drift
them,
globe
right?
too.
Yeah,
We
we
were
went
gonna
up to the
head
top.
up. We went up.
Yeah, I told you guys to meet me at the docks. Okay.
You said you had daylight for an hour?
Yeah.
All right, so you can do a perception check at advantage because you have such a bright light source now.
Okay. Give me something good. Okay, alright. 17 on perception check.
You ruffle through the wreckage a bit, and you find a chest.
Okay, I'm gonna lift it and then slide it into the bag of holding. And hopefully no water got in there, so I try to keep it as like airtight as possible and then slide it in.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start swimming up to the surface.
All right. You get up to the
I imagine I would have to cast Alter Self again.
If it was gonna, I'll say you didn't have to.
Okay.
You still had enough time last time.
Okay. As I get to the surface and then like gills disappear.
All right, you guys are up at the docks.
Oh,
That was fucking dangerous.
I'm so tired.
Ow.
What happened to you guys?
Sharks.
Is this Jerry?
Yes, Jerry.
Oh,
Who else would it be?
we found this Hagen down there.
Oh,
They're pretty peaceful.
They're actually dealing with the same shit that we're dealing with. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. The same stuff that we're dealing with.
I don't give a fuck.
I
Curse
know.
all you want.
I try not to curse.
Oh, okay.
It seems as though
What the fart?
It seems as though
Yeah,
the
that's the ticket.
animal companions they're usually dealing with are turning against them, being corrupted by these monolith things.
Well, that's fucking frightening.
Yeah,
We were able to help them conceal some of its.
Yeah, they're managing with things.
Yeah.
They're managing. They're dealing with the same thing we are on the surface. But
All right. Well,
I think
it's good news to be able to tell the local people around here that at least that's not something else they got to add to the list of what gives them nightmares at their all the time, because it's night all the time.
Is the water still choppy?
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, 6.
Can't really tell the difference from earlier.
well, let's head to the inn. We got a few things we need to check out.
Yes.
Yeah, and Jerry, thank you for.
See you,
Bye, Jerry.
Well, I mean, if y'all want to, take a load off, you look kind of bad. I mean, there's lots of places here. There's some shops and things. We got some sleep areas for some of the people that come in off the boats and such. I mean, if y'all need to take a rest or something, there's places here at the docks as well. So.
Do you have somewhere a little private that we could sit a spell? Just a small spell, maybe an hour. I don't
You know what? You give me 5 silver pieces. You can use my personal abode.
Anybody want to pitch in?
I'll pitch in.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
All right. So I'll pitch in a silver piece, and here you go. Here's my
All
silver
right.
piece. And
Well, follow me. Here's the living area. Got some couches and shit. Take a load off.
Thanks, Jerry.
No problem.
After he leaves, I will begin to look through the chests. I'll
Okay.
take both of them out. Do we want to take a break right now?
Yeah, we'll take a break. We'll be back in 10.
I have a piece.
Woo!
Bye.
Break time! back.
We're back.
Huzzah.
So is there who's it's and what's it's?
Yeah, so we're gonna start looking through the first chest that the Sagwin gave us.
Okay.
I'm gonna open it up.
All right.
Let
So,
me get my calculator open because I know we're probably gonna need that.
well, you open that chest, and there is a cloak sitting there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Is it a miniature cloak?
I'm going to slide that off to the side, and then open up the second chest.
You see a ton of coins sitting
right.
in this chest.
Let's start counting it out then.
All right.
Guess
You
how
count
much?
it out, and it equals out to 106 gold pieces.
Okay. In shipwreck chest, it's 106 gold.
56 silver, and 29 copper pieces.
You said it.
That's a lot of coins.
But it's probably like
All right. So during our short rest, I'm gonna start trying to divvy that stuff out.
Fine, it
here.
has 3 gold pieces, and that's it.
You're getting greedy. You notice that most of them are fake.
You bite down,
They're foil wrapped chocolate.
and it's chocolates. All right.
Alright.
Hey, Justin.
Yep.
It's 111.89 gold.
Yeah, but we don't have it's like gold, silver, and copper, so we gotta divide it up accordingly.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to go to some sort of.
Well, yeah, to break it.
You gotta go to Green Dots and get it.
Gotta get a Navy Fed. And,
We'll keep it. I'll keep it all in the chest and put it back in.
Okay.
It's such odd numbers.
This greedy cat over here wants.
Yeah, she's being greedy all day today.
yeah, I literally just like randomly thought of numbers.
Yeah. I like when I do like treasure, I always roll on the random treasure table, and it just comes up with something like completely random.
I just think of
All right, so at the end of our short rest, I am going to take the 11 minutes to cast Identify on the cloak.
All right. So you take 11 minutes. What are you guys doing while he is identifying?
Just relaxing, puffing, pipe, making monsters.
Hitting the opium. All right. What are you guys doing?
I guess I'll do my best to like fix some of my clothes that are probably torn from the short rest.
Okay.
I'm gonna lick my wounds.
All right.
Literally.
What's
I'm gonna
Lilith
take
doing?
like a rock and sharpen my crossbow points.
Each one,
Yeah.
each bolt.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sharpen them really, really sharp.
Okay. All right. So 11 minutes goes up, and it is a cloak of the manta ray.
Interesting. All right. Yeah, so this is a cloak of the manta ray, guys. It does some pretty cool stuff. In fact, it let's see here. It's
Gives you a swim speed and lets you breathe underwater.
And it's an action to pull a hood up.
yeah. Do any of you guys want it? I mean, we could even try to sell this thing in town. See if
Probably
maybe
get some good money for it.
I'll say hold on to it for now. We may have to go back into the water.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we can do that. Holding on to it or selling it? You want to hold on to it?
I don't care.
You don't care.
I say
We can hold on to it.
Hold on to it? Okay, we're holding on to it then.
Okay. All right. So where do you guys want to go?
Head to the bank to divide this money up.
The bank.
Yeah.
So you're heading back to the keep.
Is there a bank in town?
At
Why
the
not?
docks. I would say there's probably not a bank. I don't think people are super worried about like consolidating coins, but
Somewhere where we can get this money divided up. How much is 56? It's 5.
you could just keep a banker's fee, which is the odd end of it, and just divvy out the opposite. That's
Yeah,
what I usually do.
And then we can just keep it. And, all right, so I'll divvy it out. Everybody gets 21 gold pieces. 11 silver pieces and 5 copper pieces.
Okay.
Alright. So where are you guys headed?
Was there anything else we had to do down here, guys?
Any shops? Anybody need to buy anything?
So you heading out?
I want to go talk to Lady Delora, actually. And Lord and Lady Delora.
Alright.
That's where I want to go.
So,
Do you mind if I join you?
No, not at all.
So as you guys start to exit the dock area and you travel and you start to get up closer to the slums, you start to hear a bell ringing.
Are there any guards or anything?
Well, you guys are on the outskirts of the slums right now.
Have we heard this bell before?
You have not.
Called Toll the Dead. Can I
I'll look
determine
at-
what direction it's coming from?
You can give me a insight check. Or perception. Either way.
Insight 12.
Sounds like it's coming from the keep.
Is Jerry near us?
Well, you are away from the docks now. So if you look at the map, the docks are all the way on the bottom, and then you gotta travel. You hit the slums, and then the slums leads into the keep.
Might want to move a little bit faster, see what's going on.
It's way easier.
Yeah, it is.
So, as you guys start approaching, you start hearing screams. You hear
Shit.
huge hubbub. Something is happening.
Is the gate closed?
You do not see the gate. You have to pass through the slums, which is quite a long way to go.
Yeah, I'll start booking it.
Yep.
Great. So, you guys start to approach the slum area, which is slum housing. That's where the monolith is in front of the keep. This is the keep. As you guys approach, let's see.
Good thing I'm all out of spell slots. Somebody let a zombie in. Oh my god.
Well, we tried to warn them that being too close to this thing would be bad for the population. And told them what it actually does to living people.
This is a huge board.
You want to place some stuff on this end for you?
I mean, you drew it this big, so.
Well, it's a huge town. So as you guys approach,
Where are we at, I guess?
put
Right at the
yourselves right at the center, entering wherever you guys would be.
They're probably there. At this time, I would have brought Orion out since we're not underwater anymore. Put him behind me. That's fine.
Alright, so you guys approach and you see denizens of the city being attacked by other denizens that look like they are starting to transform. And all of the solid color ones look like normal people that are being attacked by the numbered ones in white.
Okay.
You also,
Do we still have the thing out with light?
The drift globe? Yeah, it's floating.
right
or
now,
actually, I have to hold on to it.
Okay.
So.
no, you can release it and it'll follow you.
Will it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, drift. It drifts behind you.
Yeah, you set the distance and it continues that.
Okay.
I think.
All right. So currently, you see 3 packs of people getting attacked by other denizens that look as if they are starting to transform into whatever stage.
Actually, it doesn't start following until I move more than 60 feet away, and then it starts. It's where I can let it go and it'll float, but I can't move it without grasping it or moving more than 60 feet myself.
Oh, okay.
So I'm holding on to it.
Have the guards come out to help with the situation yet?
Currently, you do not see any guards.
Alright.
Might as well roll initiative.
I'm grabbing my short
Right
bow.
now.
I'd say split up to try to tackle as many of these as we can.
Yeah. Do you want us to roll initiative?
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Yes, finally.
Gotta set up for this ship.
Did you see the trailer for Resident Evil 3?
Mm-mm.
It's gonna be good.
They're remaking that, right? Yeah. Like they did with 2. I watched 2. I never played any of the Resident Evil games because
2 was pretty awesome.
It was.
I hated the camera angles.
Better camera angles this time.
I don't play horror games that much anyways, but I watched people play it on Twitch and it was fucking cool.
It's a lot creepier than the original because it's a lot darker.
Yeah.
And
they did a pretty good job with it.
And freaking Mr. X is a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Fedora dude.
Yeah, he just closes on the doors like this, and so I was like, how does he get downstairs? How does he get up ladders? And so he just jumps to the next floor. I'm like, golly.
All right, 20 to 25.
22.
Hey.
19.
Plus 3. Right?
22.
You plus 3? Yeah. 22.
22.
All right.
She can go before me.
I should have went poop.
All right, you were at opposite, so.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Huh?
Push out.
You curried
That's
all
what he
that?
does. He's a quick shitter.
Yeah.
15 to 20.
17.
16 for Orion.
Uh, 10 to 15.
14.
I also rolled a 14. You go before me. What's your dex?
Not that high.
All right.
14.
So it was mine. You go before me though.
Okay, that's fine.
No, my dex is 12. So yeah, you go before me.
Can I have
So-
one of the big blue ones for no reason at all?
The big blue ones.
Just like a large.
That one?
No, just a large one. Since you've been using red as bad guys, I'll take it for no particular reason.
You gonna catch it?
Yep.
Get him, Garrett.
Are you using?
I I know.
Are there any other colors of the solid ones, or is that it?
What?
Of these ones, the solid colors?
That's it.
That's
There's
it?
only 4.
If you want to give me a small yellow one, then, if you're not going to use that.
Is that the
Yeah,
Diplo?
it's fine.
Okay. No.
Alright, so, Percy.
Question.
Yeah.
These colorful town folk, do they count as allies?
They are not an enemy of you, so I would say yes.
So I get sneaked on?
Sure.
I'm gonna...
Stretching it.
What group would I see first? Can we see all of them?
Currently, I would say you would notice those 2 groups closest to you first.
Okay. Does either of those 2 townsfolk look worse off than the other?
They look like they are just approaching them currently, not exactly attacking them.
Okay. I will shoot number 6.
Okay.
Attempt. That is 15 to hit.
15. That'll hit.
Okay. 14 piercing damage.
Which number was that?
6. And I'll just stay there.
You said 14?
Yeah, 14 piercing.
Alright, it's looking pretty bad. Actually... didn't appear to do as much as you hoped it would.
Okay.
So he looks okay still. Alright, you staying there?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Lilith. You just saw Percy shoot number 6.
I'm gonna shoot number 6 too.
Okay.
With my crossbow. Fuck. 12.
12. That'll hit.
5 damage.
Didn't do as much as you hoped it would.
Oh, fuck.
Alright. Staying there? Yes.
I'm gonna say, Percy, if you and I want to pull a plane, we'll take this side. If Lilith and plays, I guess Garrett is behind us somewhere. Eventually. So,
I haven't called Garrett back.
yeah. But
Because I would have probably left him somewhere because he couldn't go into the water. I didn't do that. So it's not with us.
if you guys could take the other side, and we'll meet it back up around the center. Remember, use light, it helps. And I'm going to move up to number 6. I guess using my feline. No, I'm not gonna get that close yet, but I am gonna move as close as I can. With 30 feet of movement.
You said 30 or 35?
30. And I've shined the, I don't know if that worked. Lantern over, no, it only works for
What's the drift roll about?
But I'm holding it.
yeah. Oh no, it still does do 30 feet of bright light. So I'll shine the lantern revealing towards them.
Okay.
And shoot an
Did you
elder.
light it? Is it lit?
Oh no, it has to be lit. I light it. But it doesn't say whether that takes an action or the bonus action. I guess it doesn't take an action to light it.
Okay.
And that's all I got. But there's a light on those now.
Alright. So at this time, you notice this is where you're standing. You start hearing some loud banging sounds as you notice two large creatures trying to beat down the keep doors that have been closed and sealed off.
From where I am, can I tell what they may be?
I'll tell you on your next turn.
Yeah.
All right. Orion.
Let's see here. So 40 to get to number 5. And then he's going to use his action to render... Actually, no. He can't do that. Because the ally has to be within 5 feet. 60. And he's 60 feet up in the air right there, and then he's going to action dodge.
Okay. Play.
So, I'm going to try and roleplay this the best I can. So it's been an emotional day for Plays. He stood in front of a shark, got downed, things he's never done before. So, I assume we're like moving quickly up to the thing, and then it's like, you this way, you that way. So, Plays is going to start running towards them, but whoever's watching him sees him kind of like, well, first he, as a bonus action, I'm going to start running, and then I'm going to send off Eric, and I'm going to have him land in between both those groups, and I'm going to do my bear totem.
Okay.
Picking the two villagers, and they both gain temporary hit points of +7.
Okay.
And then as he's running, you see him kind of like start to like run on all fours, and then he starts to, my action will be to technically wild shape, but I won't tell you what it is until then.
Okay.
Two.
Because I can't attack, and that's all I can do right now. But he's like slowly transforming into something as he's running,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
So is the totem an action?
Bonus action.
Isn't wild? Oh, you're
Wild
not that
shape's an
class.
action.
Yeah, it's an action. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Next up is Alwyn.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, right there. Alright, so I start jogging that way. And my staff begins to glow, and it starts like glowing like this fiery color, and then out from it, this sphere of flame comes out, and it like poofs out, and then it like ignites 30 feet from, or 60 feet from here. 10, 15, 20, 60. So right there.
That's a flaming sphere.
Yep, a flaming sphere appears right there. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to move the sphere 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, up to number 1.
The big one?
Yep. And I'm ramming it into number 1.
Okay.
And it needs to make a saving throw. Hold on.
I'm running out of room in my book.
Get a bigger book.
I think
Or
So it
turn
says-
the page.
It says it needs to make a saving throw against the sphere's damage. So do I roll the damage and it saves against the
It just rolls a save against you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what I thought.
So what type of save, Dex?
Yeah.
1 minus 2.
All right. Cool. So that fails. It's going to take 8 points of fire damage as the sphere like moves up and just and slams into him. It emits. It sheds bright light for 20 feet and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. Zombie's turn.
And it helps those two have +7. But they have 7 temp.
Does the villager get a reaction?
Number 5 starts eating this one.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It died.
that motherfucker's dead.
Oh, and can I retcon something on my turn? I shouted to Yaz since he was barking out orders. I'm gonna say, change of plans. We need to get these big things.
You see these guys start attacking them, but you feel as if what you did to them is holding them off a little bit, so they didn't die right off the bat.
And then I also let go of the drift globe right where I'm at.
Okay. And then you see this guy start to get eaten. All right, and then
Well, at
number
least they're
6.
distracted by eating.
Number 6, since he was shot, turned his attention and saw you guys, and you were the closest one, so he's going to come up and try to hit you. Rude. Try to slam you. That's a 19.
Shielded.
Okay. And that'll be their turn. All the other zombies attacked the people that they were at. They stayed alive since his thing was cast. But all of these, you can tell after they started eating the people, now have looked up and have noticed all of you. So these guys are still distracted on their people. Alright, so next up will be Percy.
So with my Boots of Elvenkind, I would like to try to attempt to like run up stealthily on that, pretty much like right here on the monument.
Okay.
So I can try and shoot number 2 without him really like noticing me.
I will say that you'll still, if you want to get advantage on the shot,
They are attacking the gates, right?
yeah, but let me see. So what's your movement?
30, but I can use my feline agility if need be.
20, 25, 30,
Yeah, you'll have to use
35,
it.
40,
I'll use it.
45, 50, 55.
And then bonus action hide and then shoot.
I'll say if you want to shoot this one, he's distracted already,
Okay.
so you can get advantage on that.
Okay. Nat 20.
All right.
So.
It was topped a little bit, but it's fine.
No, it wasn't a lot.
No, that's
fine.
Greedy!
So wait, I would need.
Just kidding.
I think
Sheet
I need
greed.
2 more d6s.
Just roll an extra 2, like roll 2 more after
Okay.
you do that.
Whatever you roll, just whatever dice you roll the first time, just pick those up and roll it.
What
again.
does this say?
That's a 6.
Oh, that's a 6. Okay, so. That was a 5.
Yeah, they got fancy symbols on them.
Satanic symbols.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
25 piercing damage.
All right. You just shot the shit out of that dude.
And then, do you want me to roll stealth or?
If you want to use your bonus action to hide.
Yeah, I'll do that. That is 15.
Okay. You attempt to hide.
Okay.
Lilith.
Which one did she? Number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna kind of follow her lead and try to get up on top of that monument and use my crossbow to shoot.
Well,
My movement's only 30.
So you want to move 30 feet,
30 right there.
or you could pop her over one if she wants line.
Yeah.
It's not really.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. He's 90 feet away from you.
So what's your range of your hand crossbow?
It's only 30.
What's the
What did it say? 120?
No, Matt.
Oh, 120?
So
Yeah.
anything past 30, you
Is
would
at
roll
disadvantage.
disadvantage, but you could still attempt to shoot them. But you'd have to get closer.
Yeah, so 10
I mean,
to
you
30
do-
is normal, 30 to 120 is disadvantage, and anything past 120.
I mean,
You
Yeah,
do
so-
still have all these enemies around you.
Yeah, but those are like
And I
really
mean-
bad.
This one, you did notice that all of these, once they killed the people they were worried about, have now turned to you guys. These guys are distracted, but these guys all see you too.
I guess I'll turn it towards number 6 and try to shoot him.
What's the...
Um,
Number 6 is kind of out of range, so if you want to move, like, amend your movement and kind of move the other way, you can get closer to
Yeah, I mean, she, with this whole line, I don't care, because you would have had the movement. Like,
Yeah.
saying if you had decided to
Like
shoot
a-
it,
Yeah.
so...
yeah, if you just move me in range of it.
So like right there, you could, yeah, like right there, you could hit it. And then
that's,
afterwards, you can move your extra 5 feet to get up to this one if you want to. So just take a shot at number 6.
Yep, that's 25.
To hit?
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Plus 8.
So 8 total damage. Alright. Looking pretty bad, but he's still up. And with the light source there, it appears that the damage did what you thought it would do. So.
Don't forget to subtract your crossbow bolt.
Alright, you all done?
Yep.
Yaz.
I'll say, got you, Alan. You guys handle the big guys. Me and I'll look to play some like. Well, if you can understand me, please, when you will handle the surrounding guys while they handle the big guys and support them once once we get finished.
If you're speaking right now, I'm like currently
Right. So I'm
changing.
like, so I'm like, that's why I'm like, he's weird. Yeah, never seen that before.
Different.
And I'll take number 6.
Okay.
18 to hit.
That'll hit. You've been rolling that as a two-handed, right?
Nope, as a one-handed.
I mean, it's a versatile sword, so I don't see why you wouldn't be able to use both hands. Are you using a
Something
shield?
in your other hand.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, roll damage is two-handed, man. Don't handicap yourself.
9 points of damage.
9. How do you kill?
Just a clean swipe right through the neck.
All right. Head flops off to the side.
And bonus action. Curse. Nope, can't curse him. He's far away.
Do you want to move up to anybody, or?
No, I'll let them come to me.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Orion.
It's gonna continue to dodge.
All right.
Actually, no. Sorry. He's gonna fly right down to there on land on Yaz's shoulders, or wait right there, like next to him, and he's gonna hold his action for the help action. That if 5 gets within 5 feet of him, he's gonna start to like
Distract.
and render
Or
the
just
help
gonna
action
crazy
to
like,
you.
All right. Play.
Yep.
So what happens?
So as I start like running and then like start like galloping, hooves start to sprout and like horns come out, and I turn into a big ass elk.
Okay.
And then I will.
Patronum.
I have 50 feet of movement, so I'll move up to number 1, and I will attempt to ram him with my horns.
Okay.
Horny.
Oh, damn it. 7.
7. Just missed it.
Oh.
It's my first time.
Great
Okay?
story. Great story time.
Is it in?
Great story time.
I just want to say,
All this build up to fucking nothing.
I think it's
Shit,
really
shit,
cool that we have like a whole, like we're using like a whole large map.
Yeah.
Like usually
we
our
usually
battles
never
are
do.
so small scale, and this is kind of cool that it's like such a big open area.
The map cam is struggling to grab it.
You guys get
We
the
need to
idea.
get like
Yeah.
an overhead view.
Rig it up then, Allison.
Oh my god, with that shit.
Okay.
Try.
All right. So, good attempt, sir. Alan.
All right.
So good too.
Did those things go? The big things?
Uh,
Because number 1 would need to give me a dex save.
yes, they actually have.
Okay.
So dex save.
Just for 1.
4.
Yeah, fails. It's going to take 10 points of fire damage for being right next to my flaming sphere.
Spell's doing well, man.
Yeah,
All right.
Flaming Sphere is good.
I like flaming sphere a lot. I am going to fuck, you spaced them so good. How dare you? I'm gonna ram my flaming sphere into number 1,
Okay.
so it needs another dex save.
14.
That passes. So, let me see if it takes the half.
Excuse me.
Those are the one spell I don't like.
Huh?
It doesn't save.
What is
What?
it? That hazard?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it does take half. It's going to be 1 point of fire damage.
Usually AOE stuff, it's half.
Right.
I always thought it's usually cantrips that are like
All or nothing.
pass or fail.
Yeah.
Once it gets into like actual leveled spells, then
It
it
starts giving you the halves.
Because I'd hate to cast like a 3rd level spell. And it's like, oh, you saved out and nothing happened. It's like, oh, I just fucking wasted a
Yeah.
3rd level spell.
All right.
I'm not done yet because that was
Okay.
my bonus action. Action. Number 5. I aim my staff at it, and my staff glows like a blue icy color, and it pops off and casting frostbite at number 5. So it's con save for that.
17.
That passes, and then I'm going to
Bad dex, good con.
stay right there.
All right. Their turn.
I fucking get downed out of this wild shit.
You shouldn't.
You see these guys attack these.
And start eating their
Start
baddest.
eating them.
Yeah, because I didn't do shit.
And then,
I didn't
well,
even-
you saved their attention for a whole turn by giving them
That's
those
true.
extra points. So that's kind of how I was playing it. Is just like you got a turn where they were distracted, and then once they killed the people they were with, then they were gonna notice you guys.
Yeah.
So you got a whole turn where they're not a second turn where they're not doing anything other than eating those people. So now when they eat them, they turn and they see you, but they've already ate the people. So then these guys.
And Orion's action goes off, and he starts flapping his wings in his face, and feathers are flying everywhere. And as the feathers fall, they actually like disappear into like astral dust as they hit the ground.
And then he whispers sweet nothing.
These guys are going to dash. Get there. And then 5 is going to try to attack Yaz at disadvantage. It's caught. 14.
Oh, miss.
All right. Tries to hit you, but can't. All right. Percy.
I'm gonna attempt to shoot number 2 once.
Okay.
That is a natural 20.
That'll hit.
Okay. 9 piercing damage. And I don't think I could probably hide anymore since those ones are.
Depends on who you're hiding from.
If
I'm
you're
hiding
hiding
from
from
number 2.
you can attempt to hide.
Okay.
Yeah, but everyone else will see.
That is 20.
All right. You feel as if you're pretty well hidden.
Okay. Done.
Lilith.
Shoot that motherfucker.
So you see, it appears that 7 is headed towards Alwyn, and 8 looks like it is staring at you, headed your way.
I'm gonna shoot 7. Save little owl.
Okay, little Alwyn.
Little Alwyn.
Well, Alwyn.
Well, does 10 help?
10 will hit. These guys are easy to hit.
Yeah, they're zombies.
Yeah, they're easy to hit.
6.
6 on number 7.
Yeah.
They have a lot of health, but they're really easy to hit.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wait till-
Yes.
Wait to
Number should be probably a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah, right. For 13 points of damage.
On which one?
Number 5.
13. All right. He's looking pretty rough.
And that's all I got.
Okay.
Oh, would it be, what are these huge things at the gate?
They looked like those ogres that you guys have fought before. 10 for a dex save. As they continue beating on the door.
6 points of fire damage to number 1.
Alright. Okay. Continue beating on the door. And Orion.
Help action for Yaz right there.
Okay.
And then he's going to fly 60 feet this direction. Right there, heading towards the elk.
Okay. Play.
I will attempt to ram again with my horns on number 1.
Antlers.
Oh, antlers. Or antlers. Unnatural 20.
That'll hit. Number 1, you said?
Number 1. For 6 bludgeoning.
Alright.
So what was supposed to happen was I run at least 20 feet towards them, and I get to add an extra 2d6 to my ram as a charge.
Yeah. Y'all done?
Yeah, I'm sticking
You
Okay.
suck again.
Alwyn.
Alright, Flaming Sphere is going to ram into number 1 again. Needs to make a dex save.
11.
Fails. It's going to take 10 points of fire damage
Alright.
as that Flaming Sphere continues to ram into it. And number 7 is looking at me, you said?
Yes.
I am going to aim my staff at it and cast Frostbite.
It's like free action.
That one.
Good. It's going to take 4 points of cold damage. Has disadvantage on his next weapon attack. And I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay.
As I
I don't
stare.
know why you said it that way, but
Well, because I'm squishy.
Stay right
I'm squishy and I should run, but I'm feeling a little confident today.
all right.
So
Percy.
I'm gonna shoot number 1 again.
Or number
Sorry,
2.
number 2. Sorry. That is a 19.
That'll hit.
Great. 16 piercing damage.
Alright. Looking a little bloody.
And I'm going to attempt to hide again from number 2.
11.
Don't know.
Done.
Alright. Lilith.
I'm gonna shoot at number 8.
Number 8.
Yep. Fuck.
You alright. You got him.
Yeah, 11.
Yep, that'll hit.
8.
8 on number 8.
Yes.
Don't forget to subtract your bolts too.
Don't forget.
And don't forget to, at the end of battle, to go try to recollect them.
Half. I thought it was half.
Yeah, you get half. You just gotta state that you want to go try to recoup some that you used.
Yeah, it's good to keep track of how often you shoot them, so you know how many you can get back.
You could always like mark them down on a piece of paper,
Like,
and then and then mark
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
what I
like
do.
tally them and then.
Yeah.
All right. Yes.
Attempt to hit number 5 again.
You have advantage.
23.
3, that'll hit.
I feel a little more useful in this combat.
12 points of damage.
For number 5.
Yep.
How do you kill him?
Another hand gets lopped off.
Is that one sticker glow in the dark?
Yeah, I got it yesterday
I like it.
with all my dice sets.
I'm going to move around. Around number 7. I'm not gonna get close enough to get into combat range of it, but I'm trying to get closer to number 1.
You have your feline agility too.
Yep. Is that 30 right there?
No. You have to move like 3 more.
Okay, I'll use my feline agility then. I doubt I'll be moving next turn. And I'll curse number 1.
Okay.
Curse you.
All right. 9. Dex save.
Oh, cool. It's going to take 5 points of fire damage as this thing continues to burn his ass, literally, because it's behind him.
All right, and at this time,
I think he's in preparation H.
boom! You see the walls blast down.
Shit!
All right, Orion.
He's gonna fly. Allison, help me out here. 5, 10, 15, 20 up to number 1. And he's gonna start flapping his feathers in his face. And how many feet was that?
15, I think.
And then
20.
move him out another 40 feet.
This way?
Nope, back this way. And then that's Orion's turn. So help action for the elk on number 1.
Right there?
Yep.
Okay. Play.
I will attack number 1 with the 21.
That'll hit.
Four bludgeoning.
All right.
Number 1.
Y'all done?
Yeah.
Alwyn.
Alright. The zombies not go?
Not yet.
Oh, wow. They're just staying there.
They're at their end of the round. Hasn't hit yet.
Oh, it's weird because, like, I feel like they didn't get to go and I've gone again. But
No, they're at the end of the round. Those guys don't. They were distracted by their people.
right, but 7 and 8.
Yeah, it's not the end of the round yet.
Oh.
They dashed and they couldn't get up to you guys yet.
Okay. Alright. I'll take it.
Yeah, don't
Like,
question
stop
it.
arguing it.
It was just weird because I was like expecting them to hit me after I went last round. Number 1 flame sphere is going to move up to number 1 and ram into him. And actually, no, before I ram it, I'm moving it around him. So it can move 30 feet. Keep going. as much as I can get it around him. Oh, that's fine. Is that out? Is that 30 feet? So it was like right there, 5, 10. Well, it was diagonal, 5, 10, 15, 20. I can put it in front of him.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to ram it. Right
Okay.
There. Right?
6.
Move it right here. And right in front of him. That's where I want it.
In the face.
Because it's still got
smell fades.
what do you roll?
6.
In the face.
9 points of fire damage.
Okay. It's looking bloody.
And then... let's do 20, 25, and I'm going to move right there, 30, and provokes opportunity to attack if it wants. On the right.
21.
That'll hit.
For 6 bludgeoning damage as it
And
slams
as
into you.
it hits me, like there's like this arcane like bubble around me that it kind of and it seems to crack a bit as it
When you
hits
get
me.
there, you hear a scream from a dwarf because it's standing by your flame sphere that you just moved right there.
Well, I didn't know it was there, so not my fault. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 as I dash to get to there. And that's my turn.
Alright.
Thank you, Arcane Ward.
Alright, their turn.
Still have to concentration.
What? Oh, yeah. No, I don't because it hits my Arcane Ward.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
That is.
It doesn't actually hit me,
It's that. That's pretty nice.
right? Let me read it. Yeah, it hits the ward and not me.
That is wonderful.
Damn it.
They're dashing. Dash, dash, dash.
Do you say ass, or dash, dash, dash?
Ass, 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 ass. Alright, so
Get 2 hits on
number 7 is going to try to attack Lilith. 8.
Fail.
Fail. And number 8 is going to try to attack Yaz. 7. Number 1 and 2 are going to try to attack Play. 9.
Miss.
That's a 20.
That'll hit.
Alright, cool. For 3 bludgeoning damage as it slams into you.
Okay. Still good.
Alright,
Still good.
Percy.
Is number 2 paying attention to me at all? Am I?
You feel as if it is not paying attention to you.
Agreed.
I will say you will have advantage.
Okay. 2 12s plus 5, 17.
That'll hit.
15 piercing damage.
On number 2.
Yes.
Fucking bad.
And I'm going to... since I haven't moved in a while. There. 60. Am I feeling agility? And I'm not going to attempt to hide because
You have nowhere to hide.
No.
Alright. Lilith.
I'm going to get out. No, I'm just gonna shoot it. Number 7.
So it would be a disadvantage because it's right up on you.
But
So you
drop
can
it and
drop
take
it
out
and
your
pull out
rapier.
your rapier if you'd like.
Stab it.
plus 5. Alright, I'll do it.
Shake it.
Yeah.
20.
That'll hit.
Natural.
Beep boop.
Oh,
D8,
D8.
yeah.
Well,
You're diamond
That's
one. Yep.
Diamond in the rough.
The D6 was better.
5.
Yeah, 5.
All right, looking bad, but it's still up. Do you want an action, sir?
I was gonna act, well, because I took a short rest, so I can use that, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna do it again.
Fuck him up.
Yeah, 19 plus 5.
That'll hit.
The drift globe is still. Where was I? I was like right here.
7.
Drift globe is
7
there.
damage.
Yes.
How do you kill it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my rapier and shove it up its nostrils in its brain.
So you're gonna mummify it?
Yeah.
Prepare it for mummification?
Now swirl it. Pull it
Yeah.
out.
All right.
Its brain out.
Colin comes out with it.
Oh,
All right. Staying there or you want to move?
I guess I'll move closer up towards,
Now, your buddy over here is surrounded.
who's over there?
Play.
Oh, okay, I've got
There's
one.
a giant elk over
You
there.
were that one. Yeah, I'll kind of go, like,
You could, like, hide here.
yeah.
So then, like, at least you don't have to worry about
But
anything up here seeing
hang
you.
on just a second. If she moves, her crossbow stays there.
Oh, can I pick it back up?
Well, yeah, you want to probably stay and then
And
pick
then
it up
pick it up.
next
Yeah,
turn.
you won't be able to pick it up this turn because you use your action.
All right. Y'all done?
Yeah.
All right, yes.
You things just don't learn. Attack rate.
They're zombies, yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh, hey! Yes!
He probably hates his name now.
I know.
I love it still. I love it still. 14 points of damage.
To number 8.
Mhm.
How do you kill him? That's exactly what you needed.
It's like, god damn it.
Like cockroaches.
But I could have moved this turn anyway, so I'm just waiting
Well,
for
you
it to.
can.
You can move, you just can't use your feeling.
You just have to move 0 to gain it back.
Mhm.
You can still move.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll take next turn to go get the ogres.
Okay. You see these two attacking people.
Alright.
Orion.
End of its turn, dex save for number 1.
6.
And I guess I have to move up there.
It's going to take 11 points of fire damage.
All right. It's looking rough.
So Orion's going to fly up to number 2. How many feet is that?
30.
And distract number 2. And going to fly back 10 feet. No other direction. Or forward 10 feet that way.
So it'll be
Yep,
there.
right there. Yep.
All right. Play.
I will continue to ram number 1.
You have an advantage on number 2 if you want to ram number 2.
I'll continue focus fire right now since they're around me.
Okay. Waste of an advantage. Fuck this stupid.
There's, she's right there. She knows there's things.
She
20.
can't shoot. It's only for you though, because you're the one within 5 feet of him. That's fine. Just do your thing.
Oh,
Just waste it. No, you already said you're attacking number 1.
I did. I'm rolling damage.
Okay.
Damn it. 4 bludgeoning.
All right. Still up. Looking bad. Y'all done?
Yeah.
All right. Alwyn.
I'm going to bonus action ram my flaming sphere into number 1.
14.
That passes. So it's going to take. God damn it. 1 point of fire damage.
All right.
And then as an action, two still far apart. Frostbite at number 2.
13.
right on the money. And then free action, I'm going to shout at those ogres and be like, come out and fight something your own size, you fat bitch.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. Zombie turn. The 4 are going to try to attack. Play.
Devouring the house.
10.
10 will hit.
They will.
Yep, that's exactly what you need.
For 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
13.
Yep.
For 7 bludgeoning.
So I am back to normal.
Okay.
And I take 2 damage.
Alright. 14 to hit.
14 will hit me.
For 4 damage.
So,
And nat 20.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Can you wild shape again?
11 bludgeoning. As it slams into you.
Okay.
Alright.
Down to 9.
Percy.
Okay. Question
Down to bloody,
about
you
the
mean?
whole sneak die.
Huh?
Obviously, I
bloody?
don't have
Yeah, down to
advantage. But with that ally being within 5 feet of number 2, do I get my sneak die?
You would get your sneak die, you just don't have advantage.
17 to hit.
That'll hit.
8 piercing damage.
On number 2.
Yes.
Oh, and then retcon, when I said, bitch, I said to myself, oh, dang it, no cursing.
And then I want to move 10 feet towards the outskirts, or like the outside. Could I be attempting to hide there
Yes, but
from him?
if you won't have a line of sight, so you can hide, but if you move to get line of
yeah.
sight, it's gonna not.
Even
give
with
it
my
to you.
elven boots?
Yeah.
Okay, then I won't bother to hide.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Can you dodge as a bonus action?
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Bonus action dodge.
Okay.
I forget I can do that.
Lilith.
Or I'm gonna try to help Blaze.
So you,
so he's not
yeah.
getting murdered.
So number 1 looks pretty bad.
So
How far can I?
you would have to drop your rapier and then pick up. You can
the
pick up your
crossbow.
crossbow and then move up and fire.
All right. Well, can I get? How close can I get?
Let's see.
I guess yeah, it's like 30.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right there.
Okay. So I'm gonna just attempt to shoot number 1.
Okay.
And it's 15.
That'll hit.
Number 1 is just out of your range, FYI.
It is.
Yeah. 2 and 3 are within your range. It would be a disadvantage to shoot number 1.
But I guess I'll focus on number 2 since it's closest.
Okay.
But so that was 4.
4. All right.
I'll just stay there.
Okay. Yaz.
Move up to number 1. As close as I can.
Well, you can use your feline agility since you didn't move.
And I'll swing at him.
Okay. So as you move up there, you notice that this is Fillmore Hollow Guard.
Oh shit.
And then you look over and you see a female dwarf standing right here.
I'm gonna yell to Alan, can you move the sphere just
Well, he would have been smart enough.
Okay, I'm about to say,
go like
move it
that.
out the way just a little bit. Okay. Swing at number 1. 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
For 10 points of damage.
Alright, looking bad. Still up. Y'all done?
That's all I got.
Alright. Their turn. Okay. Dex save. 9.
6 points of fire damage.
Alright, looking bad. And Orion.
Orion's gonna fly just above Plays With and give him the help action to attack number 1. And then he's going to fly the rest of his movement directly above him.
Okay. Alright, play.
Above.
You wild shaping?
Okay. So basically, like, I'm back and I'm hitting. You see me standing there like this, like, ooh, and I'm going to. I'm gonna see if this works. So I'm gonna. Since I see there's a lot around me and I'm clearly not an elk anymore, I'm gonna wild shape into a giant badger.
Okay.
And then attempt to burrow in the ground.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I guess I burrow 5 feet, and I'm still within range. Do they see me? Am I like?
I will say by doing that, we'll figure it out. Like I have something in mind for it. So you don't get attacks of opportunity on you. So you are burrowed 5 feet underground.
Okay, well then I will burrow another 5 for the full 10 speed.
So if you're gonna burrow down there, I'm gonna say they'll get attacks of opportunity at disadvantage because you're under the ground, but they're gonna still swipe at you.
Okay, that's fine.
It went over there.
5.
Miss.
17.
That'll hit.
For 2.
Okay.
11.
That'll hit.
For 6.
Okay.
Last one. 9.
That'll miss.
Okay.
Oh, because I'm like unconscious, underground, or then I'd be 10.
You want to keep going?
No, I only have 10 burrow speed.
All right.
And no one knows you're under there.
No one knows I'm under there.
Alan.
All right. So
as a nova, I don't have burrow speed.
bonus action, I'm gonna ram the sphere into number 1.
Okay. Nat 1.
It's gonna take 9 points of fire damage.
How does it die?
Oh shit! So when it hits him, it actually catches some of his clothes, and he just ignites, and he just starts burning.
So normally you would think a creature would like scream out in pain, but it makes no sound.
Yeah.
It just falls to its
It just
knees.
starts cooking,
And then like bellows over.
and it smells like burnt hair.
All right, regain some hit points.
And then number 2. Let's see here. Yeah, should be. Yeah, soul range. Frostbite at number 2.
14.
Passes, and that is my turn.
Okay. Zombies. Not knowing where he went.
Well, I'm still technically right there. I'm just 10 feet underground.
Are you still medium size?
Yeah, medium now. Because if I did a normal badger...
Would that dirt be difficult terrain above him?
No. This one has to dash.
Got it?
So 1, 2, and 3 are going to make attacks on Lilith. 16.
Yep.
For 3. 7. 7 doesn't hit. And a 6.
Nope, so just 3 then?
Yep.
Okay.
As they try to bludgeon you.
And don't forget your rapier is right here.
Okay.
Alright.
What's the other one?
The
Personal.
drift globe. I'm at
I
max
would
distance before it starts moving towards
have
me.
run out to where I can see number 2 and shout it.
Shoot.
Whatever, shut up. Oh, it's cocked.
Is it?
It was cocked. Ooh, 24.
That'll
It was
hit.
cocked and you know it.
I didn't see nothing. Plausible deniability.
17 piercing damage.
How do you kill it?
Hey!
I assume I'm at the back of him, so right up the anus.
All right. Lots of anal kills tonight.
And butt play's
Do
cool,
it in the
man.
butt. And
As you see,
that would be it.
Fillmore run up to the female and help her up off the ground and embrace her.
I love you, honey.
All right.
And they start doing each other's butts right in the middle of the courtyard.
Love on the battlefield.
And you hear screaming
Take
back
off
from
the armor
behind you
first.
from
It's gonna
Lilith
take
getting
Bludgeon.
bludgeoned.
So I probably, if I only moved the 10 feet out, I would probably run.
Maybe 15.
Yeah. Then I'll run 15 back. Just to hover out with
Okay.
my bow. Nice.
Lilith.
Are any of them damaged at all?
Number 1 should be.
1 is pretty bad. 1 is bloody. 2 is not bloody yet. And then 3 and 4 look just fine.
I'm gonna focus on 1, try to shoot it.
Disadvantage.
Well, you could
Oh yeah, she's
you could action to disengage, run back and pick up your rapier, and then keep moving.
And just go back and.
Try to run away from him.
Yeah.
That'd be your best bet.
Yeah.
So then,
Yeah, that way I'm like not.
5,
Disengage.
10, 15, 20, 25.
You can get
30.
your rapier and pick it up.
yep. So you can pick that up, and so now they have to keep following you to get to you. So
It's a good move.
Yes. You hear screaming. You're
um,
Lilith going, how?
I'll look at Fillmore and be like, "Get back. Friends need help." And I'll slowly walk back towards them and Eldritch Blast number.
Well,
I guess number 3.
Use the little
There you
dice.
go.
Takes practice.
Will a 10 hit?
10 will hit. Which number?
Number 3. Well, actually, number 2's been hit. Right?
Yep.
I have number 2
Okay.
for 5 points of damage.
Alright. Looking bloody. Y'all done?
Yep.
Orion.
Orion's gonna fly right next to Lilith and action dodge.
Okay.
Actually, can I? I don't know if that's gonna work. He's just gonna do that for now until I look this up.
Okay.
Figure out if I can do that for later.
Play.
I guess it's been a bit. Or 6 seconds, I guess. I'll burrow back 5 feet and groundhog it. And
You
then,
see they're not there?
Yeah, and then I'll burrow the rest 10 back up top.
Okay.
So I have 30 speed but 10 burrow. Since I use 10 burrow, does that mean I'm done? Or does it like subtract from my 30?
I think it subtracts from your 30. I think that's how it works.
Because I can use.
I'll say you
swim
have
and
20
run in the
movement
same
speed.
Turn. I assume you could. I just don't know.
I'll say you have 20 movement speed, so.
Okay.
I'll look it up and-
I'll move 5 closer, and then I'll see about right there. No. So I have 20.
9, 15, 20. You can get up.
Okay, then I'll run up.
Number 1.
Yep. And I have multi-attack. I will attempt to bite number 1. That is a 16
That'll hit.
for 7 piercing.
Okay. Looking real bad.
It's still, god damn it.
Probably hit with that 8.
And then I will attempt to claw number 1 for 16 again.
Yep.
And this time it's 2d4 for 5 slashing.
How does it die?
I basically, I guess I'm medium. Basically, I'm just like I bite its back, and then I like claw it, and then
It falls to the ground.
down.
Falls down dead. Woke up dead.
Okay, and I'm still there with a bloody badger.
Alright. Alwyn.
Bonus action, I'm going to move the flaming sphere out towards me 30 feet. Okay, and then I'm going to move 30 feet this direction.
What do you think? Hell no.
And then I'm going to try to frostbite number 2.
16 plus.
And I will stay there. That's my turn.
Alright.
I'm gonna turn my mini so I'm facing the action. Yeah! At least I can see what's coming. Yeah.
Alright, number 2 on Lilith.
Let's see if I
15.
made him badge it.
Yep.
Take 5 bludgeoning damage as it bashes you. Bashes you in your horns.
Great.
And then 3 and 4. 21 to hit.
Yep.
For 6.
So I'm out of badger.
And then the other one will try to hit you.
I'm gonna take
It's cocked.
down 1.
14 to hit.
14 will hit.
For 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm still up. As plays, I'm still
Percy.
I'm gonna move up about 15 feet, and I'm gonna try and shoot number 3. Is that cocked? Christmas. Is it or not?
I'll let you know.
It's cocked. I'll just. What do you think, Lawrence? Is that cocked?
If you put your fingernail on it, if it doesn't move, it's
I'll
stuck.
just take the 7 plus 5, 12.
That'll hit.
Yeah, it's a zombie.
Well, I'm just saying. It was cocked.
Greedy.
9 piercing damage.
Greed Lord. On which one?
3.
Alright. All done?
Yes.
Lilith.
I'm gonna. Do I
You have your rapier in
rapier's out?
hand.
Okay, I'm gonna stab the fuck out of number 2.
Okay.
Shank him.
19.
That'll
Yeah,
hit.
that hits right. So 8.
8. Alright, another thing you can do with your class is you can bonus action Second Wind once per short rest, which lets you heal some hit points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay right now.
Are you using
Well,
a rapier?
It usually doesn't heal all that much, so I mean, if you've kind of taken some damage, you might as well.
Well, what would I do for that?
Go scroll down to where it says Second Wind on your actions.
Just roll a d8 instead of d6.
Okay, so 1d10.
Are you
plus,
using your rapier?
Yeah. 1d10 plus 3.
That's your damage die, not this when you're using your rapier.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So if you want to use my roll, which I would.
Yeah. So what is that? 8,
8
9,
plus
10, 11.
Yeah, it would be 11.
Well, then you kill it.
Hey, number 2's down.
That is what. So did I heal anything?
Yeah, you will
I hate
heal.
that-
So when you
I kinda
use your
wanna- I
act,
wanna
so
make sure it's long.
when you use your second wind, you heal 1d10 plus 3. So you can use that. Are you? Where are you at?
That'd be funny just seeing your world.
Yeah,
It's
no,
rather
you're
like
good.
you're
I'd
at.
save it to
So
when you're
you're
like
fine.
bloodied. Yeah.
Let's see, yes.
Move up to number 3. and try to strike it down with my longsword. Nope. I did not. For that one.
All right. Orion.
I'm gonna fly up to number 3, distract number 3, giving the help action to Yaz or anybody who wants to attack it, honestly, because looking into the help action, that's how it actually works. So I was playing it right in past session, sorry. So, 45, 50, 55, 60, right there.
Okay. All right. Play.
Which one? Number 3.
Has the help action on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to produce flame since it's range.
She'll just be regular.
Just be regular. Good. 14
That'll hit.
for 5 fire damage.
Okay. Still up. Alwyn.
Gonna bonus action, move my flaming sphere some more. This way, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then number 4 needs to give me a con save for frostbite.
22.
Alright. I'm done.
He's dying before it gets back to my turn.
Their turn. They're gonna keep going at play.
Yep.
16.
Yep.
For 4
Okay.
and a nat 20.
Oh, I'm shutting it down myself.
9 bludgeoning.
Yep.
As play goes
As long
down.
as it wasn't 25 damage, I was good.
Percy, you just see your buddy go down.
I'm going to run diagonally.
Yeah, I guess Alwyn still has 10 berries on him.
You
No,
can
not
throw in your mouth.
diagonally this way.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. And I'll just shoot number 3 from right there.
Okay.
Just beer pong it. Yeah, just so everyone know, I died with my
19.
mouth open. Just
19 plus 5.
Drop some berries.
That'll hit.
just ready for the berry. Right away.
14 piercing damage. At
Does
number
it
3.
die?
Right in the noggin.
No noggin.
Noggin.
And that's it for now.
Okay.
Catch.
Lilith.
I'm gonna shoot number 4.
So you're gonna drop your
Yep.
rapier and pick up your
Or not
crossbow,
crossbow.
juggling
I'm not
shit.
getting that close, motherfucker.
That motherfucker.
Ooh, a natural 20.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't, you don't even have, if you roll a nat 20, you don't even
Yeah.
So it's
Roll
2d6,
take another one and roll that. Nice.
and then so you don't double your modifier. You just add up both of those and then add your modifier.
So 7 plus.
So both
7
die.
plus 3.
Yep.
So 10.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Still up. Yaz.
move up to it and try to strike it down.
I feel like it'd be. Have you seen those videos where the guys like reenact like how video games work and like talking and like the pause button and everything? It'd be fun to see them like do this and be like,
15 to hit.
"Move!
That'll
I
hit.
can't move anymore. It's not my turn." Down.
So I
shove,
found
pick up, drop, pick up.
I
drop.
found the ruling for using different speeds.
Okay.
So I'll read it to you
All
after
right.
we're done.
Staying
so that
there?
way we can figure it out together.
Well, I'll be up on it, but
Because all I looked up was like burrowing. If it,
It's still like if he has a burrow speed, right?
I looked up like if I burrow 5.
Flyby number 4. Help
Distract?
action. Yep, distraction. Help to attack it.
Play. Death save.
15.
1 save.
The nature is with me.
Alwyn.
It admires my courage.
Bonus action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right? 30, right there. It's getting closer.
It's gonna eventually get there.
And then, con save or number 4.
7.
Oh, wow, it failed. All right, cool. All right, 2 points of cold damage to it. And it has disadvantage on its next weapon attack.
All right. Well, it is going to try to attack. Yes. And it will miss. Parse.
I'm gonna shoot number 4.
I wonder if Orion can
16
attempt to
plus.
That'll hit.
stabilize. It's not an attack.
10 piercing
Wasn't
damage.
it limited?
How do you kill
Doesn't
it?
Say exactly what it can do.
Right in the eyeball.
He is dead.
I'm gonna retrieve half my arrows.
You gonna get your bolts, girl?
Yeah, my bolts and my rapier.
You gonna put back
Like
your
half of the
arsenal.
bolts that you shot.
Shot 4, hit 2.
All right. So
Well, I'm
as
still
you
down,
guys,
isn't
yeah,
he?
he is down. So next up would be Lilith. Your buddy is down over there. So what you can do is you can move up to him
Can I give him some berries?
if you have any. If you
The
don't,
the only current ones that aren't expired are the 10 I gave him
Yeah,
earlier.
I have all the berries.
Can you, like, throw them over to me?
On my turn, I probably
so
can.
you could get 30 feet there. So you could like dash to
What am I
him.
gonna do? I don't have any spells.
You still care, right? Or you're just like, oh shit, we lost him.
No, I mean, I'll,
You just walk up. That sucks.
I'll pat him on the head
Okay.
and say, they're there.
Yes.
Try a medicine check.
There we
Okay.
go. Math.
11.
You're able to stabilize him.
Yay.
Nice. And then I will eventually get up to him. I will reach into the bag of holding, pull out 1 good berry, or all 10 good berries, and dump them into his mouth.
Okay.
I just like stuff them in his mouth, and I just.
Like the marshmallow challenge.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't even touch him. I use Mage Hand to.
All right.
The mage
So-
hand goes like all the way down to my stomach.
You gain some hit points.
Yeah,
10 hit
regain
points.
10.
Fillmore.
If it helps, it's an action to eat a berry.
It's fine.
But
You're
I figured we were out of combat, so.
So Fillmore approaches all of you and he says,
Good berry.
thank you for your service here today. I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't come to help us.
Sorry we couldn't have come sooner.
You have to pay up, bitch.
Technically,
Can we
Orion
help you
can
rebuild
stabilize.
the doors?
Okay.
He just
I'm
cannot.
gonna
He's
ask
not
him
allowed
if
to
we can
attack.
help rebuild the doors.
So if I told him to stabilize you, he could try.
That would be very
So
good.
I think it's going to take a bit of work to do, so rest up for the night. Come see my wife and I at our house over in the Noble Ward tomorrow. I'd like to give you all a reward for what you've done today, and I might have some more work for you then. So once again, thank you. We're going to try to get the guards back together so they can watch the door and keep an eye out for anything else that
Might be wise to
try to
repair the
attack
door
us.
too. Get some people on it.
Well, it's something I'm going to ask you guys for assistance with tomorrow when you come see me. So.
Check on your sentries, because they shouldn't have just entered town unnoticed.
Well, these were the people of the town.
No, the owners.
Well, the distraction from the attacks on the slums are what let these things bypass any sentries we might have had. So, once again, thank you, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.
So we return to the inn, I assume.
Take a long rest.
Sleep, have dinner.
And
What
you
time of
guys,
day is it? Do we know?
It is, right now, I would say, with what you did in the water, you left at around, I guess, 8 in the morning. So I'd say you're approaching probably 2 o'clock.
Alright. I would have some stuff I want to do before we take the rest for the night.
Yeah,
so we can
okay.
cover that next session.
Alright. So, you guys got a lot done today. You did it a lot quicker than I expected, so you're all now level 4.
No shit.
So good job.
No fucking shit.
Battle
Cool.
tactics.
Now I can wild shape into a swim speed, which would have been useful before in the shark battle.
So good job, and thank you for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
We will see you in a couple weeks and see where the party heads then.
I'm excited. This is fun.
So thanks, guys.
All right.
See you tomorrow night.
See everybody tomorrow. Bye then.